What is up, people? What's going on? Shout out to Candace. What's up? What's going on? Reed, what's going on? JTC, what is up? Josh, what's up? Yo, when you said that, I was laughing. I was laughing in the back. Come on, man. That's the official Manosphere anthem from what, like 2021 or something? It's a classic. When you said that, I was funny. I was trying not to laugh. Sister George, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, I don't know what Coon stream number 5. I don't know. I'm getting so confused at the numbers. There's too much shit going on, so had to beam it up again. Quick updates. So, you want to be today's sponsor? You just have to donate in CashApp, and you can be today's sponsor of the show. Highest donation will be the sponsor. And also, Talking Jump Podcast episode 35 will be April 30th for all the nerd niggas. We did episode 34 this last weekend on Eisen's channel, so check that out. Also, any funny clips in Black YouTube that's worth laughing at, let me know. Whether it's, Keisha on one side, Tyrone, Toby, anything funny, just send that email. There's the email right there. Just send it, and I'll react to it. And anything funny, mainly if it's funny. I don't care if it's like anything like whatever. It has to be funny. It has to make me laugh. So, yeah. New, what's up? All right. So there's something I didn't cover in the last stream that I've been trying to cover. I keep forgetting because there's so much to cover. So I have some smoke for Osama. Exhibit number A? Yes. So, Osama Abdu. I don't know if this guy's African or what. I don't know. I see him a lot in the chats. He donates to the people. That's what's up. And, nothing wrong with that. But this dude be like super chatting some of like the most goofiest shit I see in the space. I'm just like, and it's like, well, and I understand, like, you donate, you want to answer the person's question, you want to say the super chat, but this guy, and keep in mind, like, this guy has some of the most cringiest shit I've seen on super chats ever. Like, if I was going to give someone a reward for like super chat of the week, I think I'm going to give it to Osama for last week. Like, he'd be saying some weird stuff. It's just like, yo, why are you asking people this question? Especially, just go to Reg's channel. You'll see what I'm talking about. But shout out to Osama for the funniest super chat of the week for last week. Definitely more coming. Definitely more. So let's go ahead and get on to this. Let's go ahead. Oh, the breakdown and the breakdowner in the chat. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we got a lot to cover here. First. I really want to cover the history of the SBE. Now, I call this the SBE ARC because, usually how the space is, they rotate in different topics. And, I thought the Pearly Mayo ARC would be a couple of weeks in, but surprisingly, the Pearly Mayo ARC has actually faded. I thought it was good. Well, Mike TV is actually kind of holding it down, roasting up Pearly on the daily on videos and streams. Shout out to Mike TV because he'd be going in, clout chasing like a mug, but it's a YouTube. We're all doing that shit, so it's all good. But I wanted to talk about this because I thought it was interesting. I think Fantastic has some interesting points here that I want to kind of retouch on. And I call it SBE ARC predictions because I know this is, the direction this thing is going. It could be. We're just gonna see. We're gonna see how relevant this is gonna be this whole year. I think there's gonna be some more crazy shit coming down the pike later this year. So this may not be so important. Well, like I said, the space has all these arcs. So, we had Austin Hollerman. That shit didn't last long. So we'll just see how long the SBE ARC lasts. But we're gonna go ahead and play this, and I'm gonna actually fucking mute this music because this music is, my headphones are way too loud. There we go. God damn, shit. My headphones are powerful as shit. Golly. All right, let's play it. Put the volume on.
And shout out to N1 for doing what he did. It was much needed, but it proved the point that I was making. And again, this isn't no jealousy shit. This ain't no even really about the what's name, bro. My whole point is, listen, my point in this whole thing, bro, is that the SBE, the whoever needs this space in order to motherfucking exist, because SBE, again, created by Ty City, all right, has always been, let me fucking make fun of the space I could never really make it in. But when you can join with Ramil, who's official, who's a nigga that's certified in this shit, Ramil brings over his people, and niggas will follow Ramil to the end of the earth. Okay, that's another thing. Ramil has a fucking culture personality, whether it be it's a part of his background. He has like the holy trinity of niggas, right? Ramil's a holy trinity nigga, right? Ramil started out corporate America. He got involved in some shit, so on and so forth. He says this. I'm not saying this talk down. He's a reform nigga, but he's a reform nigga that's not on nigga shit. So he's literally lived every fucking point of life, and most importantly, he's an entrepreneur. Okay, so Ramil is the nigga that everybody wish they could be. That's real shit. Niggas will never admit it and say it, but I'm telling you, that's the reason why niggas fuck with Ramil. Do because everybody wants to be in Ramil's shoes. They don't want to clock in. They don't want to go and clock in on nobody's clock. They want to be able to motherfucking just do whatever they do every day, make money. They want to be able to fucking come and go as they please. They want to be able to fucking, have the reputation with the hoes, and be able to have access and success with hoes the way he had success with hoes, and then, have a little sprinkle of, I guess cloudy past, but reformed. So he's a holy trinity nigga. I understand that. Like I said, that's why it just is what it is. I understand you niggas, so I understand you'll draw to him. So when he moved and he gets with a fuck nigga, his holy trinity-ness covers up the fuck nigga. Okay? His holy trinity of niggerdom covers up the fuck nigga. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. That too. And the nigga smart. The nigga smart. And he's fucking like he's when it comes to business, he's the nigga. I don't know how many businesses the nigga done had and sold or got rid of, so on and so forth. Again, he's a culture personality. He has a culture personality. So A1. Let me see. A1, brother. I gotta holler at you real quick. Now A1 has always been
Jerome, what's going on? And shout out to you, Jerome. If people don't know, like back when I was doing Keisha content, Jerome was one of the first ones on my my first stream. I remember. So shout out to Jerome for that. He actually he was like literally my co-host. I don't know if everyone remembers that. We were just talking, talking shit on the panel, but shout out to Jerome.
Me, I got no smoke with N1, but I gotta point this out, brother. And I did what I did. The way it went. Shout out to Solo TV 84, brother. Solo ain't nothing personal, fam. Nothing whatsoever, dog. But hey, it is what it is, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gonna go. I'm always ready. Okay.
All right. So I was waiting for this. I already kind of made my comment. Yeah, right. Yeah, Jerome, you already know. Before everything went crazy and stupid, you already know. Yeah. So nothing personal. You already know. We were doing our thing. I mean, Stream Team was lit. So AM1. AM1. So I already mentioned this about AM1. I already critiqued. Right. I said that, I agree with the skills and resources self-improvement piece. I think most thinking men would. People like Ike, people like G Dizzle, he has his own tech shit on the other side. Even Gabe A has his tech shit, his iSecurity piece on the other side, right? So nothing wrong with that. I think that's cool. But if you pay attention to AM1's channel, right, some of his most popular videos are Manosphere related. And keep in mind that as a YouTuber, I'm just observing. Looks like his channel is from 09. Okay. 09, I was in college. In fact, 09 was when I was a freshman in college. So he's been doing this for a while. I don't know if he's been taking breaks or I don't know. No idea. But if you're going to do the self-improvement piece, where is it? Because this, like I think Fantastic's about to say, this channel is really not it. Bernard Riley also made a comment about his channel. We're going to talk about that later. But if you're going to do a channel about self-improvement, I'm with it. I'm down with it. But you're better off doing that in the self-improvement space and also side promoting in the space. I think that's the best way to go about it, right? If people are interested, they'll seek it, right? And remember, AM1's before a stream team, right? So, and AM1 told me that he addressed, the way the space was going to Oshay and all that stuff. And then obviously, I guess that didn't go well because it didn't change Oshay's mind to sell out. So I guess that's why he's like, well, fuck it. If that's the case, then okay, I see why maybe it's like, well, fuck the space then. Because you tried to address it to Oshay. I don't know how many times he tried to address it. Maybe he tried to address it multiple times. Shit, maybe even Keepy Tech he tried to do it, address it. Maybe LAR tried to address it multiple times. I don't know, but apparently that shit failed. All three of those niggas were not successful. Oshay wanted the bag, and niggas weren't gonna stop. Right. And I say this again with my critique about Kuda. Kuda, you could have done a channel just based on music, DJing. There's a whole space for that shit. Millions of views, right? I don't want to hear the excuse, well, the Manosphere is, it's a lot of black men. I'm like, yeah, well, okay, but still, you can still do content in that other space where there's tons of men who can get influence to get into your field, right? So I don't understand it. You don't realize how big the camera space, the photography space, videography space is on YouTube. It's huge. It's not just on YouTube, TikTok, IG. It's a big space. So I don't know why AM1 didn't do that. Maybe he has another channel. I don't know. I know you. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. So that's my thing about AM1. And then I saw this super chat. Shout out to Black Trunks. I saw this and I'm just kind of cringing a little bit. I saw this. So Black Trunks said that AM1, you're the public enemy number one of the space. All of a sudden. Interesting. Trunks, bruh. I know, fellow nerd niggas, fellow nerd niggas. Like, that was cringe as fuck. No one cares that much. I don't think anyone hates AM1. I think that's a bit over the top. No one hates that dude. I'm just noticing, like, when we're talking about this SBE ARC shit, I'm noticing AM1 in the chat kind of just doing his pom-pom thing in the chat. I'm like, dude, I understand. You're joining SBE records. I understand it. But for all sake, I'm just concerned, dude. I hope you have some gear or something, because I don't want you to crash out. The way you're doing it, I just don't want you to crash out. That's all I'm saying. I'm extremely concerned. I'm extremely concerned. I just don't want that dude to crash out. I understand SBE. I get it. There's no point trying to shame women on the internet who are grown and the grown-ups about what they're doing. And I think before the Perfume Sama arc, it wasn't that bad. But when Kevin Samuels got popular, the Keisha interviews started to increase, right, at a very high level, which created that type of content, right? I mean, then you saw, even before that, you would see panels where they're trying to, women would get on and they're trying to like intervene with the chick, trying to change her mind on the panel. I'm sure someone could look up some old streams in the past about that shit, and I'm sure you'd be able to find it, or not, because the space likes to delete evidence. So you may not be able to find it, but I'm sure it definitely happened. New could probably confirm. He's been here before I was, so, or anyone, maybe Wacky World could probably confirm that. But trying to intervene and change these chicks on panels, I'm sure was the behavior that niggas were doing before even the Perfume Sama arc was even happening, right? But after this arc, during this arc, it was at an extreme level, because why? Kevin Samuels made that content popular. And like a YouTuber, you're supposed to follow trends. That's what you do, right? That's what you do. I mean, that's how the arc was. I mean, you had to either you don't realize how many Kevin Samuels streams and videos were coming out on a daily basis back then. It was really bad. In fact, I think it was honestly worse than the Pearly Mayo arc. I think just the capacity of it was extreme. Because Kevin Samuels, I think, was trending even harder than Pearly things, based on what I'm seeing. He said one wants a soft voice and a suit, another ain't, but it's the same shit. What's going on, Levon? Because honestly, I remember SBE just being about clowning Kevin for when winter is coming. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, right, yeah. Because like I said, he was doing the shaming bullshit. Right. Yeah, that thing. Oh, and then when we people thought that COVID was gonna make Keisha do on 180 or something, and that didn't happen. Like, yeah. So he was really making that thing really popular. So like I said, AM1, and now I think AM1, what did he do? He did a stream today called Temptation, Accountability, Entertainment. Okay, and then he did Skills and Resources for Dummies. Okay, great. I'm cool. Do the skills and resources. I'm cool with that. But I would like I would want to see him actually do that shit in the videography space and just fucking blow that shit up. That's what I would want to see. Personally. Let's get back to the damn video. So I remember joking with Zero. Yeah, we used to clown all the time. Shit, stream team. We used to do that, all that shit.
So, and one brother, this is what I turned that purposely to what I turned it to. When you're afraid, bro. That's why I always keep everything transparent. Like I said, you niggas can go look at my channel right now, nigga, and see my first motherfucking live stream on my channel. I ain't hid 99.9999% of shit. Okay, it's all there. Literally begging me to fucking debate him. Why don't you debate me? Why don't you? This nigga was literally there, bro. Right, calling me out for like I don't know how many years. All right.
Oh yeah. By the way, god damn, I forgot. Like the video and share that shit.
I'm sorry,
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Keep forgetting. I gotta get used to these coon streams. My bad. All right, here we go.
And I was just like, bro, who is this person? I don't even know this motherfucker, man. Who is this person? And Big J Triple X is another one of these niggas I do not take serious. I will never take serious, but he's a failed YouTuber. Just like another nigga that, you know what I'm saying, just, you know.
That's cool. Nah, Big J's cool. Big J's cool. Big J's funny as fuck. I don't understand. You know, he's cool. He be roasting, cooking up Reg, cooking up OJ. I mean, he be going, and he be cooking up the other side too, not just the man. He cook both sides up. You know, he's just about getting your fucking blue paper niggas, and that's what all he's about. Let's keep going.
Obsessed with me again, bro. I leave a nigga alone. I completely totally ignore a nigga and never acknowledge their existence because that's what they deserve. Okay, bro. You're not popping. You're not popping. I'm just sorry, bro. And like I said, one thing that Kevin Samuels was always right about, bro, is the market will decide. That's never been one lie. The market will decide, man. People fuck with you, they fuck with you. That's why, bro. I'm always 1,000. If you fuck with me, you don't. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. It don't make me no kind of way. Another big thing that you niggas don't like, bro, is again, what pushes me off, or what puts me off for a lot of people, bro, is me being extremely direct. Niggas feel like I'm cocky. I'm really not. I'm just confident.
That nigga popping. Ty City came through Ramil. Ramil put Ty City on. Ty City would be on Ramil's channel.
Oh no. Hold on, brother. No. Ty City. Ty City know where he got on that.
Okay. Oh no, it was you. It was
Ty
you.
City know where he got on that.
Right. I take that back.
All right. So David Johnson. I mean, I forgot he even did videos, but apparently he does videos. He been going in lately. I think he went on MOT stream earlier today. He be going in a lot. You know, check in mate nigga. He be going in.
It was you. Okay, but let me say this then. He was spending a lot of times on Ramil's, but because that's when me and him got into it. That's where I first ran into him, but he was on yours. You're right. So then when I would be over there giving the B1 niggas pushback, he started coming over there. And that's why, you know, and I don't have a beef with Ramil or Tassi. I just think the niggas bitch ass niggas, but to you niggas, I don't take it personal. I did a stream about you niggas, said what I said, and I'm over it. That's what men do. I let it be known. I put it out there for those who want to know, and then I move on. So when Ty City was over there on the B1 network, he never was talking the shit he talked about the Manosphere. That's I got a problem with inconsistency. Like if you're gonna do something, I'm consistent. Like me or not, right or wrong, I'm consistent.
Okay, so I think David made this comment on MOT stream about inconsistency, but once again, is the space consistent with like, or just Black YouTube in general is very not consistent. I think if you've been here long enough, you'll notice that. I mean, we go back and forth, 180s, beefs, bullshit. I mean, consistency. Like this is what, and if the space does have consistency, what is the consistent? What are they consistent about? I would like to know that, because you know, a lot of people switched up during the Perfume Sama arc, and once again, a lot of people switched up during the Pearly Things arc. Right, and SBE ARC is too short, so I can't really. It's not long enough for me to see what's going on. But a lot of people switched up during these arcs, even the Stream Team arc. You know, shit, niggas switched up on that too. So Austin Hollerman, God man, when he became, you know, people were, you know, that was like the passport Hokage, and niggas were trying to, you know, follow behind that dude. That dude jumped ship, then niggas switched up again. So You know, I'm trying to figure out what's the consistency in the space. I mean, people are just following trends, stuff like that. If you remember, and I'm not subscribed to a lot of Passport Bros channels. Maybe I should be. I remember dudes used to put that plain emoji in the chat, and I'm like, where's that emoji chat now? Where is it? I don't even see it anymore. It says that's why it's not a month. Okay. When the money is involved, niggas gonna switch up. Okay, so this is the thing about the YouTube thing. This is the YouTube part. Right? This is the YouTube part, right? Because I was thinking about this earlier, right? The SBE thing, right? It could go either way, right? Now, I understand, like I said, I understand the point of just kind of no point shaming women on the internet, trying to change them. But then I want to see scenario. If the bald eagle, Cynthia G, started seeing SBE stuff in her chat, right? While she's roasting up Tyrone, right? And she's like, "Oh, okay, what's SBE?" She finds out what it is, right? And she goes to the source, right? Ramil and Ty. She sees what this SBE thing is. Oh, okay, that dude shouldn't be shaming women. Okay, what if what if Cynthia G starts agreeing and co-signing SBE? It's like, you know what? That's a good point. I agree. Y'all shouldn't be shaming women. I think it's stupid. And she like starts promoting that shit. I want to see how people would react, right? Like, are people gonna still? Because to me, optically, it'd be kind of weird for someone like Cynthia G to promote that, but technically, someone like her, I can see someone like her promoting that in a way, right? And then on the other side, SBE kind of makes, you know, if you're thinking, man, and you're doing this Keisha roasting content, it might make you start reconsidering, okay, what the fuck am I doing? But, you know, if you're still going to keep going with the content, right, it just confirms that you're just doing it for the money, right? And just like the other side, roasting Tyrone for the money. I'm sure, you know, you could SBE the other side too. You know, there's no point roasting men. They're going to be how they are, blah, blah, blah. It don't matter. Those people are going to still do the same shit on the other side, right? So it can go either way. But I would love, just for like a example, I would love to see what people would do if Cynthia G sided with the SBE and like, oh, you know what, that's a good idea, you know. But and then on the other side too, on I guess a side that's more that will kind of help dudes out, you know, SBE could actually lower the male audience of certain channels because he's like, well, damn, I'm looking like a kind of idiot on this woman panel or on this dating show. Maybe I shouldn't attend this damn show because it's making dudes look stupid. Okay, that could actually help the men, right? That could help the men. So on that side, I'm like, okay, that's cool. If that's going to help dudes kind of, you know, maybe stay off the fucking panels, stay off the stupid pineapple shows and shit, looking like a goofy, cool, right? But then again, if you have people like Cynthia G on the other side trying to side with the shit, because, you know, the less people roast Keisha up, the more they benefit on the other side, right? So maybe that could be why the whole SBE thing versus the Manosphere, I think that's where that direction is kind of going, because it's like, well, hey, if you're not going to roast Keisha up, I mean, you're on the other side type shit, right? That could be why people are saying versus Manosphere in that regard. But, you know, this is just observations, you know, nerd, Negro logic over here. He said, nah, niggas will continue to flock to chicks channels. Probably. Right. And we're going to talk about Chaos Truth, who showed up on Ty's channel the other day. That was funny. Let's see if there's anything else on this one. It may not be. I might just
everything I do. He was over there nice on the B1 network. He was nice. And I remember when I made the stream, I said, nigga, you never gave Cynthia no pushback. The nigga came.
Yeah, so we're going to get off this because this dude just like the first hour of this is probably the main point. After that, this gets kind of stupid. But let me move on to the next one there. So let's see. Oh, shout out to G Dizzle. G Dizzle did one SBE versus Skills and Resources. This goes back to AM1's thing. I want to see. I didn't listen to this. I want to see what Jesus Dizzle is going to say here, because once again, he is an example of someone who, you know, has his own tech channel, great, and then has his Black YouTube thing separate, just like we're doing right now. So, you know, that's, you know, I think a good example of what people should be doing if you want to entertain both sides. Let's see what he says here. Let me see here. God, this audio is kind of crap.
Hi, I actually plugged the microphone.
Let me find this dude's channel. This dude has been pumped. I'm thinking about unsubscribing from this dude. So it started about, oh shoot, hold up. Where are we going back? All right, this thing started like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. He covered Mike TV. yeah. Mike TV been on the Pearly Things wave, but can we blame him? Not really. I mean, during that arc, you need to do those Pearly videos and get that subscribe count up. So can't blame him. But I'm curious why no one's really covered Mike TV though. Maybe I am not subscribed to channels that cover him, but G Dizzle mentioned him. I mentioned him. I don't know who else is mentioning him. I don't know.
This dude has been pumping weeks, right? And so I had to take a break. So last week I celebrated my 43rd birthday. Last Saturday, this Saturday, my younger brother, I went to his law school graduation. So he just graduated law school today. And then next Saturday, I have to attend a funeral. So, that's kind of, what my life at one point, it really wasn't doing that. He tried to switch to a live dating show where he was kind of on some, almost on some pineapple show type of stuff. Wasn't working. But he hit the jackpot with Pearl. Pearl don't jump the numbers up, his subscribers.
Yes, Jerome, yeah. Mr. Real Estate is Mike TV. Dude was hella sassy on panels. It was kind of questionable if the nigga had sugar in his tank, but he was doing a content, and then he switched up, did Pearly Things, and just now he's literally at almost 9K subscribers. Right now, people may say, did he sell out? Whatever, blah blah blah. But Black YouTube, during the Pearly Mayo arc, I mean, I can't be mad at it, honestly. Content strategy, as people say, right? I can't be mad at it. I mean, he's gonna run it up. Now, the thing that could backfire is, once the Pearly Mayo arc is over, which I don't know how that's gonna happen, but if that ends, then the channel is pretty much just gonna die off, right? Or if she starts doing copyright and shit with her content, yeah, this channel is pretty much dead on. It's gonna be dead. So if that's the case, well, hopefully he'll just ride the wave and we'll just see what happens there. Dusty, what's going on, bro? What is up? Welcome. You're coming in early. That's what's up. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, share the stream, bro. Share the stream. Definitely do appreciate it.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
You gotta get a stalker case. I don't know, man. But he's racking it up. I mean, he'll go live roasting up Pearly, and he's getting like hundreds in his chat. So I don't know what we could do. I don't know he's just doing what he's supposed to be doing. So let's get back to it.
Per count jump, his views is banging. But bruh, I don't know how much content can one create about Pearl, man. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out on cruise ships for like 2 to. She really adored him and loved him. Did this live the other day, talking about the Manosphere list, and then it was like a 7-hour video, right? 7 hours. Ramily, Ty City, who else? Mr. Fantastic, they was in there yelling and screaming at each other. Some other people came up, had some opinions and thoughts. I think Super Slide may have popped up. But anyways, the whole thing was centered around skills and resources. So Am1, good dude. I've worked with him before. I paid this brother money. Matter of fact, you go to my Tech G channel, you look at the video. I'll show you. He was the one that actually did the graphics work for it. So I had somebody do a logo for me. Am1, he did this video right here, this little opening video. He brought my logo to life. It did this opening. It's pretty fly. I use it on all my videos.
Oh yeah, that's good interaction.
So Am1 did this.
Yep.
So I've actually worked with this brother, paid this brother some good money, and in return, he gave me a great product.
Oh yeah,
it was great.
I think
I use this on every single video.
Yeah, Am1 did the intro for the breakdown, I think, or was that SKC? Let me know if I'm wrong. It's one of those two.
Channel that opens up all my videos. Well, most of them. As of last year, all the videos I started recording last year, ever since he did that for me, I had that on all my videos, right? So shout out to Am1 for that. But Am1, he's about the skills and resource piece, right? Because he wants to see brothers, go out there, get your skills up, get your money up, get your life together, right? And I 100% support his message. I really do. But then we got other brothers out there, like Edward Anderson, who's on this stuff. And I just started really listening to Ed. I used to clown him a lot in the chat, but Ed is actually a very entertaining YouTuber. Like, I would say Ed probably has some of the best rants on YouTube, the best car rants on YouTube.
Yeah, for real.
Has to come from Ed. But Ed, he's all about this.
Yeah,
we want to, keep complaining about Keisha.
Ed, you got the best rants.
He's all about that to a certain extent, but he's also about content creators being allowed to create whatever content that they want to create. instead of policing people's content, right? And here's the thing, I also agree with Ed on that, right? I also agree with Ed on that aspect. I agree with AM1 that maybe content creators, if this is the Black Manosphere, there should be more effort put towards skills and resources because this is about helping brothers out, right? But I also agree with Ed in the fact that you can't go around trying to dictate and police what people do with their channels, right? People.
Okay, yeah, it's true. And then that goes back to what Black men should be doing, what this other YouTuber should be doing, and all that other shit, trying to control content. And then it's funny is some of the people that do that, right, will be niggas in the chat. Oh, you should do this. You should do this. Dude, why don't you do it? What the fuck? I mean, YouTube ain't easy, first of all. Definitely not fucking easy. So why don't you do that shit? But yeah, people are gonna do the content they want to do. You want to do skills and resources, go ahead and do that. You want to do this comedy bullshit, go ahead and do that. You want to coon like me, just go ahead and do that shit.
It's us. I've been falling. I was eager.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
It's up to you. The choice is yours. All right.
We're going to gravitate towards what they gravitate towards, and they're going to support whatever it is that they support, right? And so I say all that to say, like I say once again, AM1's the dude, he's the homie, right? But AM1, I have to tell you, I think you have a futile endeavor here, bro. I really do. I've said this to AM1 before. I think he's full of hopium, right?
Oh, shit.
I really think he's full of hopium, and that brothers are actually going to listen to his message, and they're all going to see the light, and they're all going to reform, rearrange their mindset and get on the skills and resource piece to where they're going to go out there and be productive, upstanding men. I think AM1 is living in a fantasy, right? I say that with all due respect. That's
okay. See, once again, but see, AM1 been here based on his YouTube channel. He's been here since 2009. He knows what communities to go to if he wants to do this, skills and resources, photography, videography, media design. He knows. He's been on. I mean, he's not no millennial. What is he? 40s? He's like the Seth Curry of the Manosphere. Shout out to that nigga. He's in his 40s. Come on. He knows, man. He's seen what happened to the Brain Trust arc, the Manosphere 3.0 arc. He saw that shit. He saw what happened. Black YouTube. Once again, Black YouTube, there is a area for skills and resources on Black YouTube. There is. It's not just all bullshit. It's not. There are Black channels that do skills, engineering, STEM related stuff. Ike is another example. There are. So I don't understand. G-Dizzle is another example with his tech channel. So it's there. Do it. Just go ahead and do it. But here we go.
That's the homie. I got his phone number. I can call him right now. I'll tell it to him over the phone. But this is a content strategy, right? But I think it's full of hopium, right? I think this is what I think. I think AM1 will be best served by taking his skills, his talents with the video camera.
Ah, shit. See, and that's another thing too. Gabe A, he's doing IT security, fellow IT professional. That's what's up. Shout out to all the IT dudes. That's what's up. That's exactly. You have one channel, you just kind of fucking around. Cool. Other channel, you're doing some serious shit or whatever you want to do, right? For me, I'm fucking around, cooning here. On the other channel, I'm reacting to nerd shit on the other side. So another example, Gabe A doing his thing. So there's examples, and his channel is focused in what? The tech space, right? Where he can inspire, men, women, whoever, whatever races, don't matter. I mean, if you're into tech, boom, there it is. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was common sense though,
With the editing, with everything that he got going on, I personally think he would be better served if he created a totally separate channel and showcased his skills and resources over there.
There it is.
And then ran a bag up, right? Because I've seen plenty of white YouTubers in the greater white YouTube space that do pretty much the exact same thing AM1 is skilled at doing. And some of these people have hundreds of thousands of followers. And they're probably making crazy bank off them channels because their channels are getting tens of thousands into the hundreds of thousands of views, right? I think AM1 would be better served with just creating his content on a separate channel, kind of like how I do Tech G. Talk about skills and resources galore over there. And then if brothers in the Manosphere, if they decide they want to learn some stuff, get their mind right, then redirect them to that channel. But trying to come into the Manosphere and try to adjust the temperature, create a new tone, a new atmosphere, I think that's a futile endeavor. And because
now solutions, because we all like solutions. And I know this might sound fucked up, but here's my idea, right? So maybe you want to do, well, if you're trying to mix in Keisha in there, maybe you have like, this be really fucked up though. you have like a chick, a hot ass chick, right? Start reviewing tech and shit in the Manosphere, and watch how that channel grows. Oh man, like imagine like some fine chick, right? She got tits and all types of shit, reviewing tech, doing all the STEM shit that niggas claim that they should be doing in space, and dude starts subscribing. Like, yo, that would be the ultimate troll, man. But I'm sure that shit would actually exist. That could happen. Niggas could do it. Now, I'm not talking about no Erica Williams. That girl, she ain't fine. I'm talking about an actual fine chick. That shit would be funny as hell. It would be funny as hell.
You know, the message here, and I know everybody likes to credit Kevin Samuels for being the one to really spearhead this, but this has really been going on longer than Kevin Samuels, right? This actually started with probably Tommy Sotomayor when it comes to Black YouTube, right? Because I remember watching Tommy back in like 2009 on random videos, World Star and all this other crap. But it's always been about Keisha, right? The mess, you know, it's always, even when the white manosphere, the greater manosphere at large, it's all about what's the white version of Keisha? What do they call the white Keishas? What do they call them? Becky. It's all about Becky over there, right? The whole message is about women, right? In some context or form, whether it's you want to check them, you want to get them back in place, you want to SBE them, or you know, you're just doing this because you're trying to figure out how you can get sexual access and all this other crap. That is what the manosphere is, whether it's the greater manosphere, the white manosphere, the Black manosphere, bro. I really don't think that you're going to have much success in trying to convert dudes in the Black manosphere to abandon talking about Keisha, trying to reform Keisha, SBE Keisha, you know, whatever it is that people are saying, whatever. I don't see any of that changing.
No,
and I think that is a waste of time. You know, that's probably going to drive you crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Now,
keep in mind, we talked about this on the last stream. It's just not Manosphere or whatever. It's just the dating industry in general. That's a whole industry, right? On just not on YouTube, but talking about social media. Past what's going on. Going into a dating market and saying, hey, let's focus on skills and resources and tech and STEM. I mean, niggas ain't gonna care. They're not gonna care. Now, if you go into tech space, in the tech market, oh, hey, let's talk about resources. Yeah, people are gonna be, yeah, let's do it. So that's just what it is. Even sports dudes want to hear women talk about sports. Oh yeah, right. We talked about that, like, yeah, with the ESPN, you know, chicks doing commentary. Yeah, that's true. They're that space is getting co-ed too. I mean, imagine, yeah, some fine ass chicks talking about sports. I mean, because yeah, women could be interested in sports. I mean, they can know all the stats and shit, all the history, and study it up and rack it up. That's facts, and it's true. I mean, it is true. Like, if I'd rather watch a chick talk some shit than some dude stare at a dude all day. I'm not gonna lie. Well, unless he's funny, shit, I'll listen in. Hey, I'm just being honest. Being honest, I don't know. Hey, if you like her, I'm not against the skills stuff that she does. I'm just saying, you know, yeah, I'm not looking. I'm more about what she's saying than what she's looking like. But yeah.
If you're doing this because you want to run up numbers on your channel and get crazy by getting frustrated at what other content creators are doing, like, let these niggas do what they do. Let them, like Obsidian. I watch Obsidian almost every day, right? I never really was a big Obsidian content dizzle. We got 28 people watching me right now on a channel with 7,000 people. I don't have super chats flowing up and down, and it's not like I'm begging for them. If they happen, they happen. But I don't really get too consumed with it because my tech channel, that makes literally that's the Haitian. Oh, what's up, man? Thanks.
Oh, you know what? And that's another thing. He was going about him making more money in tech. I think in the tech field on YouTube, I think that the CPM is also higher as well. So you're gonna have higher ads, probably better sponsors, stuff like that. So that makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna go through all this. It's a lot, but I wanted to just mention, kind of give a mention to G Dizzle's video. I thought that was good. You should check him out. He does the shit. So let's see what else on the docket we have here. Let's see. Oh yeah. So Art of Immor. Now, I don't really listen to them a lot, but you know, since we're on the Coon channel, might as well. So he did this long ass stream talking about, I think he just does SBE and all this shit. So I think he's part of the BGS army and shit. We're gonna talk about BGS later because the breakdown did an interview with them. And once again, someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know everything and I don't plan to, because I just don't care like that. But what's the history with the BGS crew? Like, because I want to give them some credit, but I'm not sure if I could be wrong. So from what I've seen currently, right, all these different camps, it seems like BGS's camp is the most solid camp. Like I guess I don't watch them too much. I don't hear a lot of fuckery about them. Looks like, you know, on BGS's channel, he be sharing all his people, supporting all these peeps a lot. It seems like he's doing a better job than what the Angryman camp was doing, the Oshay camp was doing. Am I wrong on my observation? Or let me know if I'm wrong. I don't know the whole history. But this recently, what I've been seeing, he seems like the only camp of the main three I'm seeing that's just been pushing his people up, and I'm not seeing a lot of chaos on that side. But I could be wrong. You never know. All right, here we go. Let me play Billy volume right here. Let me see.
The Karens. They are the Karens of the Black Manosphere. You literally have made yourself the Karens of the space by doing this. Because the only thing that you guys talk about is just talk about us. You want to shame us, explain us. I mean, come on, man. Really? Really? That's why I put up the definitions like sassy, black, effeminate men.
Oh shit! Really?
You want to complain?
Oh damn! Sassy, black, effeminate men. Well, you know, it's just a counterattack. I mean, they're gonna have to roast the other side too. And Josh, you said it right now. Listen to hoes talk about sports. Yeah, fair enough. I can see why, because you know, for the most part, it's usually men that were talking about sports, and now all of a sudden they turn co-ed. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's sassy, black, and feminine. Let's go ahead.
That's because of the issues that we have.
Probably gonna be roasted.
If men want to talk about the issues, they can talk about their issues. That's what the Black Manosphere was founded upon. We have issues, so we decided to talk about it amongst ourselves. And you're complaining that we're complaining because we have issues. I swear. This is why I was telling Mr. Z that sometimes some of these guys just want you guys to just go back to the plantation. Go back to the plantation. And
hey, I don't think SBE is not roasting about people what black dudes are going through. That's not correct. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. That definitely doesn't sound like it. I mean, talking about black men's issues, what they're going through, you know, relationships, divorce, court stuff, financially, spiritually, physically stuff, issues, whatever. You know, I don't think people are roasting. I don't think that's the point of it. Yeah, right. That don't make sense. Yeah, that's not trying to change any female on the internet. You're just, you know, just talking about people's issues, brothers' issues. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. That was kind of a reach there. The problem comes when you've been crying about women for 5 years plus. Now, I will say this, that to me, the space, to me, was supposed to be like kind of like a barbershop type deal where once you get the information, you could kind of try it out in the real life. And then, you know, kind of trial and error, come back in, get some info, come back, whatever. But I think what's going on is like, you know, there's niggas at the barbershop, you know, like those bum ass niggas that be at barbershops and like, they're not getting haircuts. They just be sitting there, just kind of yapping for like hours and hours, but won't leave the fucking barbershop. I think that's what's happening here. Niggas ain't really trying to apply the info, and they're just, you know, going in circle jerks. Once again, I have nothing against Roger. Okay. Roger Report. I have nothing against Roger, but I remember when dude said the solution was to go, you know, try to date someone overseas or someone international or someone foreign. The guy tried to act dumb, like why he didn't try it. I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like, where are we going with this? You know, so does the space care about solutions? I don't know. I think it's mainly these the dudes. Some dudes don't really be caring. Is like I said, it's more of an entertainment factor. Says you shouldn't cry over bitches, period. That's true. That's true. All right.
Off your way back to there. I mean, seriously. First, you had people lying about us talking about Pearl came off this sphere, which she didn't. She came out of this space, which she didn't. She didn't come out of the Black Manosphere. And then want to blame that on us. So what? That chick had a fucking white supremacist on her fucking channel. So the fuck what? You know how much racist shit that's been going on in mgtow, and none of you guys have said anything about it that goes on that side. So to me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck. So what? She is what she is. She's in UK with Africans. She probably don't even like y'all us as Americans. What do you fucking do? Congratulations, the world is round. Round of applause. Are you fucking serious? Then you got original members of the Black Manosphere attacking the space, making videos. You got Oshay making.
Okay, so about to go about the attack of his face comment. Larry, what's going on, bro? I will do it for you. Roger is so old, bitter, lonely, fat nigga. His pedals all pathetic. God damn, Larry, man. Like Larry, thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, man. That's funny. All right, let's continue. Says the face can't give you solutions. That's the problem. You're your own solution. Yeah, right. You have to actual trial and error. I mean, shit, and see what works, see what doesn't work. At least he didn't lie about his perfect marriage while gaslighting people while going through a divorce. Shit. And so Arda Idmore's shit about first of all, she was pandering. And I already talked about this on another stream. Her thumbnails were like all black people. Her hosts and guests were all black. Her channel tags are all Kevin Samuel stuff. That's what she was trying to grab, And then, she saw what she did was fucked up, did the switch, and now, she's trying to diversify her channel. Like I could see the play, dude. Most people can. I remember supporting Roger when he first started his channel. Oh, okay. And yeah, I mean, Roger be having some trolly ass topics. That should be fucking. Man, I remember he had a title is like why black women have sex. I was like, dude, I was just like, yo, okay, man, those topics, man, maybe. Shit, right? Yeah, eating Cheetos on his mattress on the floor with no sheets on them in the studio. Man. Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, remember Ramil asked us like, "Are you the guy who's like laying on your stomach?" Bro, man. Oh man, that was bad. That was bad. It was funny as shit. But yeah, that was fucked up.
Made 20 fucking videos about Pearl, and then puts on his community tab that he's gonna get him some new Jordans because of these Pearl videos. And you guys can't see the shit for what it is. They're using this moment to make money off of you. And they're putting it right in your fucking face. A lot of these guys talking about like, oh, I'm not part of the Black Manosphere, but you're still talking the same talking points. You're still.
And another thing, Idmore said the attacking the space thing. And I just want to show, just from the optics, right? Observation, nerd nigga spider sense. When the space gets critiqued, niggas flip out. I mean, you start seeing niggas talk about rebranding the space. Let's reboot the space. Where's the space get headed? Oh, we need a leader. All this other bullshit. Just because some people critiqued it, I mean, attacking is not the same as critiquing, right? I mean, it's like people don't want to have like Yelp reviews, or like, are you one of those places where like, you can't leave a review? Shit. Like, come on, people. I think it's good to have a review on out. People can make it roasted and toasted and get some jokes, but I mean, it's Black YouTube. Like, come on. Says the Black women deserve to be beat. Yeah, see, that's the type of shit Roger would do with those topics. But I guess he does it on purpose to kind of get niggas to come through and pull up. Right. It's not a Manosphere list because it got chicks on it. Jerome. Oh, here goes Josh again. Black women need to starve if they hoeing. Roger topic. Do Black women deserve food and water? It'd be like that. It should be funny. I'd be laughing. So yeah. And another thing, hey, I'll give Roger credit. You don't be timing me out in the chat. So hey, at least you don't time me out. So he lets me talk my shit. So I'll give him that.
Doing the same content. If you don't want to be associated with the Black Manosphere, then don't talk about the stuff that we talk about. That's what gets me about it. That's what gets me about it. You got a lot of these guys who really don't care about you, but they want to eat off of you. And you guys watch them. And you guys support them. You guys give them cash donations all the fucking time. Okay, that's fine. That's what you want to support. That's cool. But just know for what it is. Oshay's doing this for a fucking reason. Okay. As long as you know what's happening. And then now, like I said, you got these other content creators talking about, oh, I don't want to be part of the Black Manosphere. These guys are this. It's the same hate group from before. They don't like this space. They couldn't grow with their measly little bit of content because they have no talent. And now they want to use their talents to attack this space. They, like I said, they literally turn themselves into the Karens.
That's a reach right there.
They turn themselves into Karens. I never thought I would see the day that a black man would be a Karen until I saw that damn live stream from AM1 talking about a list. A fucking list. The list was made to support other brothers' channels. They say they never even heard some of these people in there.
All right. You going down to AM1. That doesn't even make sense. I guess you heard at that. That nigga sound like his lips are big. Damn. They thought Kevin Samuels really cared about them. Apparently so, Jerome. Kevin fooled a lot of people. He fooled the dudes, he fooled the women. But hey, something he did not fool was that fucking wallet. He definitely got that fucking money.
We're going to start getting some work done, family. So please get them donations in. Get them in. Dollars.
All that shit. And then once again, just everyone chill out. You know, they said this, you know, nothing personal. It's observing, you know, doing our naked shit. So just everyone chill out.
All right, everyone. Chill. Chill.
All right. Let's see. He says, right, even that said he ain't Manosphere. All right. All right.
So guess what? Why don't you go to those channels and see what these guys talk about? Because they could be smaller channels, smaller than mine's or anybody else's, that needed some help, needed some promotion. And that's what Roger did. He just wanted to promote people that was affiliated with this space. And he's also always said that if you do not want to be affiliated with the space, you can email him or you can make a public declaration and they'll remove you from the space. There's been people that were removed from the space. Then Sperling was removed because he made a public declaration that he was not a part of this space anymore. He did not want to be. They removed him. That's all you got to do. You don't want to be associated with the space? No. Solo TV, when Roger did that, Solo TV was still talking in this space. Now I ain't watched Solo in a minute. And so now he wants to say that he's not part of the space. Okay, cool. When Roger list comes out probably next month, guess what? Solo TV's not going to be up there anymore because he doesn't want to be associated with the space. The problem I have is that you guys say that you're out and then you want to come back in when things are good. That's my problem. If you're out, stay out and don't talk about the stuff that we talk about.
Okay, so don't talk about the stuff we talk about. Once again, the Manosphere's content is not unique to the internet. The Manosphere talks about, it's in the dating space topics, right? To talk about dating, you know, all that shit. Black YouTube and the greater dating community talk about that shit. So you guys actually get from them. Celebrities, you know, this person divorced with this person got a baby mama, this person got a baby daddy, all that shit that comes from just the general topics in the YouTube dating and all that shit, celebrity news. None of that shit's unique. The one thing that's unique to me is the chat. I think the chat is the most unique thing in the space. And honestly, I don't think you need a list to know who's in the space. I think the chat will let you know who's in the space, or the people who watch, they'll let you know, just word of mouth. I don't think you need a list to find out. But you know, like I said, I already told Kev my critique of the list. So, you know, I think maybe he took that and said, okay, cool. But I didn't know they were going to roast that list like they did, right? I didn't know that shit was going to happen. The shit was kind of funny. Come on, you know, it's funny as shit. But I don't think people just cared enough to even say email them. You know, I emailed them because I'm like, yo, I don't think I need to be on that list anymore, because and one thing that made me email them was that fucking magazine bullshit. The thing from Chris McCure and, you know, oh, look, we got the Manosphere magazine, guys. And then they had that list on that fucking magazine, and like, yo, I'm not comfortable with that shit. Like, what the fuck's this magazine about? That shit was an L. I know everyone kind of forgot that shit happened, but yeah, that list was, the magazine was that was cringy. Oh, you said ibmor don't do shit? I don't even know what that means. What does it even mean? Yeah, the list was high. It was awesome. It was funny. Not because of AM1, because the other niggas on the panel. But let's go.
It's like you want to be, it's convenient. You want the conveniency of just coming in when, you know, things are good, things are on our side. But then when things get rough, he's like, oh, I don't want to be part of that. Oh no. Ooh. And I'll be honest with you, the same thing that MTR has done. MTR said he's not associated with Manosphere, but then at the same time, he still uses the same talking points, uses the same.
Oh, okay. Now I actually agree with him. MTR, the one nut Dragon Ball nigga.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
Yeah, so that guy did a video, oh, I'm not in the space or something like that. But his content is basically interviewing these chicks, what they're saying, what they're feeling, all that shit. I mean, it's the same shit. You're just doing dating content. So, I mean, ibmor and you mans for niggas and you non-mans for niggas, that's the same shit. It's just dating topics. That's all it is. You know, maybe the space might give it a more of a, you know, the pills and stuff, I guess. Musings of America, man, your name's funny. Manosphere magazine in 2013. It was cringe. It was really cringe. I think it was on Bernard's channel. Man, I don't know if it's still up, but if he still has it up, definitely watch it. It's definitely funny. Yeah, it was earlier. It was forgot what year was it? Was it like 2020? I don't know. It was a while ago. What's going on, Leo? What's up?
Same clips and stuff like that where he talks about. I don't get that. If you don't want to be part of the Manosphere, you don't want to have any association with it, then you shouldn't associate yourself with the talking points of the space. You shouldn't.
Now, keep in mind when Perfume Sama was blowing up, people started putting that label on him, right? He clearly said, I'm not Manosphere, but dudes kept putting him on there. I think they have him even on the damn list. So what was that about? We already know the guy was a big YouTuber. He used to get on nigga panels and shit, you know, do his candles and his suits and blah, 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 blah. He blew up, roasted Keisha up. Nigga was just like, damn, he the Hokage, bro. Let's follow his ass. That's what happened. So niggas started claiming him, although he did not claim them. So really, if you blow up, right? You blow up or you're trending and you do dating topics. Like what happened with Austin Hollerman, right? Niggas, and then he got the official passport tattoo. And, you know, niggas started calling him the passport of Kage and shit. And, you know, he was the new leader, right? And I remember dudes with old niggas like Pablo would pull up on that guy's channel and start praising him and shit. I remember. So it's just, if you blow up and you start speaking talking points and shit, Knicks will just follow you. That's just how it is. Yeah, Kevin did do a pump and dump. Yeah, he did. Multiple people did pump and dumps. For sure. Melanie King did a pump and dump. Yep. Kevin went out for cigarettes and never came back. Well, apparently he was smashing, and that's how he went to the afterlife. So hopefully he got that damn nut off. But let's keep going.
But it's like I want to get in where I can fit in. But you know, if things are bad, then you know, I don't know if I want to be part of that. You take the good with the bad. Any choice that you make, there are consequences to it, good and bad. Good and bad. You have to own your decisions. That's something my father taught me all my life. So as far as I'm concerned, let them talk, because all they're gonna do is complain. If their content was so much greater than ours in this space, so much better than ours, they wouldn't have to complain about this space. They would just do their content, and there's people just come over there like, oh, I like their content better, and then go over there. But you can only make so much content about complaining about a space that is here for Black men.
This guy breathing hard as fuck.
And Saturdays usually I like to rest when I have a day off, but I want to do it.
Okay, so he made a comment about the content. Now, this goes to what's happening with lapeef, right? Lapeef is, you know, we covered this about when they did their co-ed panel TSA thing where they want to control who goes on panels and stuff like that. The Manosphere already dealt with that shit, but here we go with lapeef trying to do a reset of the bullshit and, you know, experiment with the co-ed panels and do all that stuff. And I don't think it's going to go well because you can't control, you know, co-ed panels are hard to control, and it's a co-ed audience. So, I mean, if you trying to control the chaos, what you're trying to sell, it's not going to do well for you, right? But those type of channels are copying exactly what the Manosphere is doing, but the Manosphere has already kind of spent their time kind of figuring out, well, we can't do this, so we're just going to do it in our own way. But lapeef is more of a softer version of what the Manosphere has been doing, right? That's why you might see, well, now because of the Perfume Sama arc, basically, you might see Fight Club niggas in the chat, lapeef niggas in the chat, mixed with Manosphere niggas in the chat. Now it's just all everything's now mixed together in Black YouTube now. So once again, goes back to the point about not things not being unique anymore. You know, it's very just gelled right in together. His father, BGS taught him that. Yeah. We're about to go on to the BGS thing. I'm gonna get off this one because this shit's too long here. Yeah, so let's go to the BGS thing. Let's see, where are you, BGS? Oh, here you go. Here you go, BGS. So looks like the breakdown did another not that. Did another interview with the Black Jedi of the space. Or the the Black Jedi. So why white women are more deserving of protection. And I think this I thought this title was good because it goes with the Perfume Sama arc. So I thought, I kind of controversial title there. I'm gonna fast forward this, and I will get props once again, because Sister George be asking good questions, usually. But let's see here.
1890s, right? Fraser said it, okay? Clark said it, okay? And basically now the black one actually admitted it. Oh, yeah, it's a matriarchy. Yeah, we admit it.
Yeah, but I think when it comes down to a matriarchy, and we talk about men not being in the home, when you talk about men not being in the home and women having to do things to survive and to take care of their families, what were women supposed to do if the men weren't there?
In other words, it's
I agree. Was that a position that women wanted, or was it a position where nobody stepped up to the plate and women had to?
You got to remember, right? The survival rate of until 1920 of a black man didn't survive. I think the average lifespan of a black man in 1920 was like 31 years old, right? Black men died. They're still dying, okay? Earlier than anybody else, right? That's how come the skew was so big. The skew was so big. So as a survival mechanism, okay, then that's where this guy had to explain to guys. This is where the stepdaddyism comes in, right? If the man died or something happened to him because he either died, disappeared, like 30% of black guys in Jim Crow didn't survive, right? They disappeared, they died early, something happened to them, right? Who's going? If you got 4 kids, you had a husband. You cannot raise these kids. Back then, you cannot raise these kids by yourself. You needed help. Okay, what do you have to do? Somebody has to step in the gap and replace that man. Okay, so black men are actually suited. That's like black men are actually the best stepfathers on the planet because we're actually trained to be that way.
Wow.
So go ahead, I'm sorry.
Until the millennials, black men perfectly suited, including me as a boomer. Okay, suited to actually accept women with multiple children from multiple men as normal. Okay, because I ask men from other cultures, that's not acceptable. Okay, to them. They don't like that. It's not acceptable. But black men are perfectly socialized.
Oh, okay. Well, I will agree with BGS. That is true. Like, overseas, being a stepdad is not really a thing to be praised on. But of course, US, everything's totally different here. But he's definitely right on that. I was just thinking about that today. I don't think the lapeef is going to end well. I don't think so either. I think they're just going to learn their lesson and then to join the Manosphere and shit. That's what I see happening. But we'll see. I don't know. They're just doing, I guess they're money wise, I guess it's a good strategy, reset topics and shit, but we'll see how long they last, right? Kevin and Bomb Cherry brought him over here. I blame them. Man, Bomb Cherry, she's funny sometimes.
Actually do that kind of stuff because it's actually a survival tactic. In fact, my partner a long time ago, a friend of mine in Pro Black, if I told you his name, you probably know who he is. These
are communities without without forcibly having to do something, like without some sort of physical force.
The Hittites did it. The Greeks did it. The Romans did it. Okay, the women had to cede power because the men had to go out and do work, whether it's farming, whether it's or taking care of children, whether it's basically doing what the sacrificing his labor and his life and his hard work, take care of the wife and children. It's the deal. It's a way of organizing people. Okay, so patriarchy is basically a way of organizing people in a certain environment. If you go back 3,000 years, like I look, 12,000 years with the beginning of patriarchy, right? How do you organize people? How do you get a man to buy in to actually take care of a wife and kids? What does he need? What is he going to require? So you have to give him some level of power. And it really didn't end until the Industrial Revolution, where you didn't need his labor as much anymore. But go ahead.
Yeah, and we've advanced so far, and then with the advancements in technology and so much information being at our fingertips, that we've advanced so far that I don't see Black women willingly handing over power, handing over that position that they've held for hundreds of years without being forcibly made.
How can the designated underclass, okay, the most oppressed group in the United States, take power from anybody?
And that's what it is. Black women are saying we're the most oppressed group, but it's almost like we're fighting to not have to be at the bottom of the
you're not at the bottom. You never have been. Okay. They're not.
Who do you think is at the bottom then?
Black men are.
So
I know. I said black women are fighting to not have to be in the position that black men are in.
Well, that's fine. Okay, we'll admit it. That's all we want. That's all black men want. Admit it.
So then, should black men be in service to black women to receive power back from black women?
Okay, so there's one thing about the whole the women on the other side should admit that that the black men in the U.S. are the weakest of the weakest and on the very below, and that they should admit it. Is that why the whole gender war shit just keeps going on and on? Where like we're waiting for the other side to just say, hey, you know what, man, these niggas are weak or something. I don't know. That was a bit it caught me off. I was like, why do you want them to admit that niggas are the weak, the below? I'm pretty sure the Cynthia G's have already done all their stupid content on that shit. So I don't understand. That was a bit. I was like, okay, that was a bit off, but whatever.
Since it's a matriarchy.
The thing is how you socialize. It's not about what they should do, how they train. I deal with this every day. That's why my channel exists. It's not to be against black women. It's actually to deactivate what I call the winter soldier chip that black men have, okay, in the brains. To actually how they were socialized, they're trained, how they've been trained for like 12 generations. Okay, can you turn that off?
So do you think black men have been trained to go against black women?
Against them? No. In fact, 90% of the time they don't. They actually follow.
Have black women been trained to go against black men though? Have we been conditioned?
You've been trained to keep black men in the place that they always have been. Okay, which is in service to black women. Think about what most black people call a good man. What is he actually in service to? To himself?
No, to his family, to his woman, to his
family, to his family, to his woman,
his community,
maybe to his community. Right? Is it in service to himself?
Okay, so how do you think that we've evolved? In the sense that
I actually agree with BGS.
I don't think black women or black men are in service to each other, and we're seeing the effects of that now.
Oh, it's called admixture and integration, right? Why do you think that Eisenhower, when he first started, right?
Attacking the system.
So why are black women attack black men instead of attacking the system?
Well, can we answer that part of the question first? Because you just it relates directly to what you just said.
The Manosphere is a clapback because the thing is, we said, okay, what's wrong with it? Used to be, what's wrong with the sisters? Why do they talk about us like this? How can we correct ourselves? Right? When that didn't work, guess what? Okay, we need to actually have a response. So the clapback is a response. It's not an issue.
But if you just said that black men are tired of the status quo, and like if they're tired of it, then why not address the system? Because to be completely honest, black women are fairly powerless too.
Who actually who runs the society in black culture is women, and who trains the children.
But like, are we going to act like there's not a governing body that is that's truly responsible for a lot of most of what's happening in the black community?
If black women cared about their boys and their men, they would actually work with the men to change things. But they're not, because they want to hold on to power. They want to hold you down just like everybody else does.
It's interesting that you talk about
but BGS is not, what he's saying is not all wrong though. But I don't know why would they want to give up power though. And that's another reason we're going to talk about this tether bullshit. That's why a lot of people overseas come here, because there's a matriarchal bullshit over here. Women have more rights here, more power here, and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't see women in the West giving up power like that. I don't think that would make any sense. Even if let's say the men had more power than men in the than women in the US, why would they give that shit up? Just if the scenario was switched, why would they give that shit up, right? Just like in Africa, right? Why the hell would, or the Middle East or whatever, why would they just give that shit away to the other side? That don't make any sense.
Black women wanting to hold on to power.
Pumping crack cocaine in black communities by way of Freeway Ricky Ross and all of that other stuff.
Yeah, they talked about her content. They talked about how she defended black men, or how she was defending men, not black men, how she defended men.
Who said that?
You had Obsidian. You had
Obsidian came in late. Obsidian, I actually remember when this stuff happened. Obsidian came in afterwards.
Okay.
He came in before.
But we see the aftermath of it. We see the aftermath that you have a space divided. And when you talked about black women coming to the table and trying to come back to the table and admitting our wrongs and really trying to have discussions with black men.
Two different situations. Okay. Is it either pearly or coming to the table? Which one is it?
No, I feel like black women tried to come to the table, and you had a space that went against them when they tried, when they made live stream after live stream, denigrating black women, coming down on black women, talking about the ills of black women, ignoring a lot of the ills of black men, not really calling it down the middle, ignoring a lot of stats and stuff that went against black men. And you got a woman who is career oriented, the stuff that black men teach against, not a family woman, because she hasn't started.
So I will say, George going in, but the conversation shit and come to the table shit, that's what lapeef is doing, and look where they're at. like I said, I don't think any solutions are coming out of that channel or what out of channels like lapeef clones. Like what solutions are they building? Because those are the have the conversation, let's get on everything come to the table bullshit channels. Ain't nothing on that shit. Oh god damn, Josh. Yeah, he said Gerald McCoy. God damn.
Her own family, she's building a media empire, which black men have been against.
Okay.
When it came down to us, it's like you did have black women that have been in defense of black men. Why weren't black men in support of those black women?
And they support them. Black men
not when it came down to her, and that's what I'm trying to get.
In other words, she's not in this space. She never has been. That's the problem.
I disagree with that.
Well, you disagree with.
Okay, so the claim is that she's not in this space, but remember, Obsidian was one of these main leaders, right? Apparently, the Penguin. I mean, had her on the channel in a Manosphere space. So, I mean, if one of the people are having have her on board, I mean, to me, that's like they support that shit. Ah, shit, Larry going in again. Boy, George and brick face. Oh, golly, Larry, man. Of course, Larry going in as usual. Larry going in as usual, and I'm not gonna censor Larry because I know on the Regis channel, feel free, Larry, go in, have fun, have fun, and like the video.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
All right, but yeah, it was a ploy by O-Man, of course. Like, come on, O-Man's been wanting to grow his channel up for years, right? I mean, to have Pearly Mayo things on the channel and add all those other big channels. Hey, come to me, right? Come meet on my channel. Come on, like, yeah, it was a plan that actually failed. Actually, I think O-Man lost subscribers after that. Ironically, though, the Donovan Sharp gave O-Man some credit on Ike's stream that we're going to cover later.
Well, the thing is, you can disagree all you want. I'm telling you, she never has been. Who has said she was in this space other than the detractors? Who said that? Obsidian never said that.
So I'm going to switch lanes in a minute. Shout out to Black Wizard. He says, Sister George, the point is, if it's a matrix.
You guys actually react. Actually pull that out.
So then was it a setup for us?
Exactly what they expected, and still responding that way.
So do you think it was a setup for us to act that way?
Yeah, by black men. I know exactly the 3 people that actually did it.
So then why are black men gaslighting black women in that
as far as what?
Because you just said it was a setup.
It's a setup by black men to actually break up the space.
Why do you think that is?
Because they don't like the black manosphere or what it stands for. They actually want to rebuild and reform it in their own image.
Okay.
They don't like what's coming out of here.
So then
it's grown too big.
So you think that this was set up by black men toward
yes
the detractors of the space. So
yes.
Over the last couple of days, there have been a lot of conversation about the list of who's in the black manosphere and who's not in the black manosphere.
The infamous list.
And so
the list.
So
are we segueing or just?
Yeah, we're gonna segue unless Concrete has any more questions about the Concrete.
She's away from the mic.
Oh, you ain't got nothing on it? Okay. So there have been a lot of questions about the list as far as the black manosphere is concerned, as far as who's on the list and who's not on the list.
Okay.
And so my thought process was, you have a lot of people that are saying, oh, this person's not black manosphere because they say they're not black manosphere. You can't force anybody into a space they don't want to be in. People aren't on the list if they're not on the list. That's not black manosphere, yada, yada, yada. Okay. And my thought process is, if you are a black man with a podcast who shares certain ideologies as it pertains to black women, and you happen to blow up, you're going to be associated with the black manosphere, like it or not.
I believe that.
I believe that too.
Yep.
Well, that's not what the list is about.
What's the list about?
The list is about being a guide to black manosphere content, right? And people don't want to be associated with the list. They say, fine, take people off. But I think people have a problem with that because it brings in YouTube shadow banning if you actually associate it with the list. That's what happens.
So
okay. So he says the list, because of being on a list, it includes shadow banning. I don't know. That would have to be proven. I don't know about that. So why do you care about the list? Well, they're on the list. The breakdown's on the list. They're technically Manosphere. We've already covered that. The women in the space shit. I mean, if dudes didn't want them in the space, they wouldn't be here. Clearly, dudes want them in the space. We already explained what happened with the Weapon X arc, Jessica X arc. That happened. It proved a lot of things. So it is what it is. Anyone that's complaining about women in space in 2023, I mean, this shit, it's already a wrap. Perfume Sama, like I said, during the Perfume Sama arc, it wasn't just male channels that blew up. Female channels blew up too, taking her talking points. Melanie King's, all the other shit. And you got the pick-me's and all them, and the anti-pick-me's. So yeah, it's a widespread. Like BGS said, it is way more popular now. So I can agree with that. He's right on that. Bigger space now than when it was. Let's keep going. But yeah, trying to control, who's in the space, who's not. I mean, you can only control who goes on your panels and who you do collaborations with. That's about it. So that the choice to do a collaboration with Pearly Things, oh man, the penguin over there, was on purpose, right? To get views and all that stuff.
Do you think that people who say they aren't on the list but still associated with the content, you think they are a part of the Black Manosphere?
It's a voluntary group. If you say you're out, you're out. In my opinion, you don't want to be part of it, fine.
That's interesting to me because I feel
people gonna see you the way they're gonna see you.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like if you say that you're not, but you're doing the content and you're talking about things that are associated with, you're going to be associated with the Black Manosphere.
And we've had that fight for like 5 years. Okay, big battle.
Who would you say is the head of the Black Manosphere?
Whoa, good question.
There is no head. That's the problem. There is no head.
Do you think there should be a head?
No.
You don't.
Being a head makes you a target.
So
which happened the first time around.
So what I've noticed is you have a lot of men with.
But BGS, I think he's right. That Anthony, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Once again, Anthony Johnson, is that the dude of the White Manosphere, right? That dude. I think he's the president, right, of that other side, right? But I'm pretty sure he's gotten some targets on him, right? So I guess he would be right on that if you're going to be the leader, especially if fucking Black Manosphere. I think that would create some targets on you. So someone correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think his name was Anthony Johnson, I think.
A lot of different ideologies, a lot of different political groups, maybe not a lot of political groups, but different political groups.
Yeah.
You got the conservatives, you got your liberals, you have men that are pro-family, you have men that aren't pro-family.
Men that date white women and others and stuff.
Right. Do you think the and you don't think that do you think the Manosphere needs a leader? I don't think I was clear on that. Do you think the Manosphere needs a leader?
Straight cats don't have leaders. Okay.
So then how do Black men plan on implementing change if there's no leader or no guide to the group? Like and you have so many men running in different directions.
Like Porcupine's making love very carefully, but yet it evolves, does it not? It still has, which is a miracle in itself, how it got this far with all the dysfunction inside of it.
But is there a way to curb the dysfunction?
Nope. No. If you can figure it out, let me know.
Well, I actually, I was talking to a group of people, and we kind of the guy actually came to the conclusion first, and I kind of echoed his talking point, and it was basically that I don't think you guys are going to be able to group up without doing it in small batches first, because I think there's so many different ideologies. I don't think that nobody's going to agree on anything. And I think that there is a such thing as a messiah complex here, because I feel like there's a leader needed. I definitely feel like there's a leader needed, but I feel like small groups have to gather up first and then recruit. But I think a lot of people won't be able, because there's not a lot of trust between Black men as it pertains to the space.
Because
okay, see that recruit thing, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was kind of cringe to hear, especially when I found out where the space was going. Once again, the Perfume Sama arc really changed my perspective, dude. Shit, seeing that like that experience was something. So, and I was super naive. I used to think, oh man, I need to, because even shit, I was like, yeah, I want to see more young millennials doing channels and shit like that. And then like when I found out, when Kevin Samuels blew up, it's like, fuck, never mind. I was like, I did a clear 180. I was like, oh, no. I would never recommend young people making channels. I mean, you're better off doing something in another YouTube space or something. Just during that arc, it was just bad. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, recommend young peers of mine to do Kevin Samuels channels? Like, nah, that's corny as fuck. I'd definitely not tell them to do that shit. So I definitely did a 180 on that. I was like, hell no. I was like, but I'm guilty. I used to think, oh yeah, young millennials, Gen Z should be doing channels and shit like that. But then, and I don't even know the dude, Mr. Z or some shit, one of BGS's Padawans. I saw this dude on I think Rogers Report's panel once. This dude had like charts ready. Like this dude had all the charts, black demographic charts. This guy had everything ready, the counter shit. I was like, he's a millennial. I was like, God damn it, I don't know if I want to be that. I don't know if I want to be that. That's just me.
Because we've been socialized not to be in charge in this way. The women have been socialized to be in charge.
So should women be running the manosphere?
No. But how do you actually?
You see the face? You see the face? Oh, that was funny. That face. All right.
It's men's worldview. Takes time. Takes time. Kevin was actually the closest thing we had to a leader.
Yeah. So then, why wasn't there any succession of him?
He died too soon. Basically, Kevin was actually a anomaly. Okay, of time and circumstance. Okay, COVID happened. The economy happened. So Kevin was actually the right person at the right time. That's why he happened. I actually told him that before.
Okay, and then one thing, I see, I'm gonna come off as a hater, but whatever. So Perfume Sama being a leader, I mean, that shit was cringe too. Especially after we saw the direction he went, right? It was interviewing chicks, interviewing like people that wasn't even going towards, men's rights or concerns for men. It was just, and then he was like, what, in some type of music rap video. He was featured in some type of show in Atlanta. I forgot the name. I'm like, but how is that? I mean, if that's the leader, like, where is he directing the niggas at? I mean, I don't know. It just looked like he was going into entertainment. Omega, what's going on? Did Kevin know he was a leader? He didn't give a shit. He didn't want to claim the space. So, I don't think he wanted to take that label.
Before he actually blew up, I actually told him that he's gonna blow up because of the circumstance. You're the right person at the right time in the right place.
And
correct.
Who would you think would be a great succession to him, if anybody?
That is a great. Probably one of the PhDs. Probably be like Dr. Neil, somebody like that, because they will actually lead us to the next spot we need to go.
And where is that? Where is that?
Politics.
Policy,
culture. Okay, which is the wave is actually going back the other way, which is why they're trying to replace Andrew Tate with Pearl. Pearl is a softer, more adjustable image rather than Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's there to actually tear things down. Okay. They have to replace him with something in that vacuum. Kevin calls it vacuum.
Do you think that men will accept a message about men from women better than they would accept a message from men about men better?
That is strange, but basically, so far they have.
They've accepted the message from a woman better than they would from a man.
Yeah. They run over there all the time. I want to hear from there. Oh, we know.
Yep, that's been confirmed. Look at all the channels. The Janika Murray clones, all of them. Yep, that's been confirmed. That is the case. That got proven. Right during the Perfume Summer arc and after it, that got proven. It is what it is. It is what it is on that. Study up the talking points, get the cleavage out, and do your thing. That's been confirmed. So that should not be a shock anymore in 2023. Definitely not. Hearing him say that should not be shocking to anyone in 2023. Now, if you're someone who's entering the space as a new person, you're like, what the hell's going on? Well, you might want to, watch some old shit. But anyone who came here when I was here, yeah, there's no surprise.
I want to hear from her. What does she have to say?
There's some intelligent brothers in the space. Not only that, but some talented people, some people that are just
black women after black women after black women after black women.
Oh,
right?
that's what you see.
Hold on.
Okay.
Then I noticed that she had the dude who had the 7 children by the 7 different men come up, and she's having him give his thought process, and she's kind of trying to talk the red pill shit, but it actually denigrated black men, and it put black men in a bad light, because this is behaviors that I'm not going to say that's specific to our race of people, but this is what black people have been associated with. This is what.
All right. So yeah, shout out to Breakdown and BGS for being on that. I'm not going to go through the whole video because that shit was 3 hours long. All right, moving right along. And also, be sure to like the video.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
All right. So I'm going to have to just do a little, shout out to Reg. Shout out to Reg. I'm just going to have to the little laugh here, a little laugh. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. All right, here we go. So Reg here had a video asking the chat, a GPT, whatever, what SBE is. I was like, oh shit, this is funny. And then Reg here made a Manosphere list of his own. Ah, man. This shit's funny as fuck. Now, the reason why this is funny, you would have to know. The reason why it's funny is because you would have to listen in on Reg's streams to know why this is funny. So he had a list here. You know, LER, Green Gorilla, BGS, Shatterpoint, Art of Immortal, Roger Report. He had a couple people on here. And I just thought this was funny. So shout out to Reg for making his own Manosphere list. Reg sounds like droopy. It depends on the day. But shout out to the beer. Shout out to the beer. And then he had this. Let me see. He had a video. I want to listen to this. I haven't listened to this yet. I want to see what he says here. Don't know why he's asking Chat GPT about SBE, but I found it funny. I want to see what he says here. Let me see. Let me change the speed to make it quick so it's not long-winded. All right, let's see what he has to say. This might be funny. Hopefully. I'm hoping.
What's up? This is Reggie Bad Guy again with another BES. So, let me read this to you.
Aha! You got glasses. Good shit. You finally got glasses. Good for you. Goddamn.
Quite a few meanings of the acronym. First one is small business, enterprise, society, broadcasting engineers, sustainable built environments, surface-based equivalent, and single board computer. Some of you already in tech know that one already. So I said, okay, let me ask another question. So I asked SBE, a term created by members of the Black Manosphere, SBE, shame, blame, and explain. Then it responded back saying, I apologize for not being aware of the particular usage of the term SBE as an AI language model. I provide information based on my training data and knowledge cutoff, which is limited to a certain point of time. However, I can confirm that SBE does not have a widely recognized definition or usage as slang, blame, and explain outside certain online communities. So I asked another question and said, okay, which online communities? And responded back saying, from my training, data, and knowledge cut off in September 2021, it appears that the term SBE as shame, blame, and explain was primarily used by members of the Black Manosphere on social media platforms such as Twitter, YouTube. The Black Manosphere is usually a defined group of Black men who engage in online discussion about issues related to dating, relationship, and masculinity. However, it's important to note that the use of this term may not be widely recognized or accepted outside of this particular community. There you go, folks.
What the fuck? That thing actually answered it. That's weird.
Chat GPT says about SBE.
Wow.
Tell me what you think.
Wow. I did not expect that. Damn. Okay. Shit. That's AI shit was kind of correct. Oh, wait. So September 2021? That was accurate. Wait. Oh, well, we'll have to confirm with Dice City on that. Or real. But that sounded accurate as shit. Am I? Ah, man. What? God damn it. At least you got some glasses. Shit. I've been trying to tell him to get some glasses for years. He finally listened to the Nigerian. So, hey, that's what's up. Glad you got some glasses, nigga. Shout out to you. Good shit. So once again, shout out to Rich once again. Big J, big game. Sorry. OJ, big game. He's had an opinion about SBE. I'm gonna have to find it on this long ass stream, but he had an opinion on SBE. I was like, shit. That's an interesting opinion. Let me see if I can find it. Let's go. Let's see.
I care about that shit.
Okay, here he goes. That's
that big hat. What's going on, man?
Nothing. Yeah, so as far as the topics, I'm assuming most of it is going to be about SBE versus quote-unquote SBE versus the Manosphere.
That's basically what it is right now. That's what we got going on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not even really that deep. I mean, because for me, what I noticed is that basically Ramily and Ty City, I guess their platform really is where the incels, the incels in denial and the failed street niggas meet up. That's pretty much what it seemed like to me. Like, it's not really what I noticed a lot of Black men want, because what they do, I call it like power cooning. Like, so basically they're like, oh yeah, if you were stronger and you did this, nothing will happen to you. Oh man, ain't no white man above me. I got 5 businesses. Oh man. So basically that, to me, that's all they do. Like, oh yeah, if you never kissed a woman in your life, then your life would be, then you wouldn't have to worry about no hoes. Like, all right, dude, like people are gonna be with broads. Like, so it's kind of like, to me, it's just power tuning. Like, basically,
I gotta get a big game on the panel. Oh man, that was funny. Power cooning. I was like, oh man, this is new. This is new. I mean, we geeking and cooning over here, but that's a new level.
It's us. I've been falling. I was geeking.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's a whole new level. I mean, I need to get him on. I just want to hear what he explained that shit. That was funny as shit. And then he said, "Fail street niggas." I was like, yo, yeah, that's funny. That was funny.
it's basically saying, well, if you just do whatever it takes, which you can't do, and you just be a rugged individual, then nothing will happen to you. Like, you can't live your life this way. Like, we the only people who think that's a viable strategy for anything. And the niggas who listen to them, I think, are kind of dumb. If I mean, like, really, like, and I hate to say it like that, but I gotta keep it a buck. Most black dudes are just, what I'm realizing, just not that intelligent. So it is what it is. Like, if I always say this, if I wanted to listen to black dudes get berated all day, I just listen to Cynthia G. Like, I just turn on Cynthia G, turn on Crystal and Carrie, and at least they got titties. Like,
okay. So this goes back to what I was saying, where in a different scenario, what if Cynthia G was like, you know what? I like this SBE shit. I like that these dudes are telling other dudes not to shame these chicks, you know? And I'm just wondering if that was gonna happen, how would everyone react to that? Right? Would anyone pivot, change up, do whatever? What would happen if it would be really optic-wise to be fucked up? But this goes with what Big Game is saying. Like, you know, he's like, well, his critique is, well, I'd rather just watch, if I wanted to, I'd rather just watch Cynthia G roast up niggas who are trying to shame broads. Now, that's an interesting critique, though. His is the most unique critique I think I've heard so far. But once again, I mean, trying to shame chicks online to change is kind of stupid. I think if you want to really change someone or whatever, best case scenario, that would be like parenting, raising your daughters right, mentoring your sisters, your nieces, whatever, you know, that type of shit. Teachers who are, you know, elementary teachers actually doing teaching, not, you know, doing fucked up shit. Coaching, counselors, those people, sure, go do your thing, right? You know, kids. And then this goes to chaotic truth's point, you know, which we're gonna get to soon. But I thought Big Game's critique was interesting. It's kind of something different I haven't heard anyone say yet. But I know, you know, OJ Big Game like to go in on niggas, but you know that's his thing.
They got something to look at. That's not really my cup of tea as far as content. But I mean, and I gotta say this too, like if niggas like y'all was the like, because basically what they're saying is, like, let's say we was in slavery. What they're saying is pick more cotton and you'll have a better life. Like, nah, that's not how it works. You're supposed to fight. You're supposed to go against the system. You're supposed to buck back. So I mean, it is what it is. Like if these niggas existed during like if all these niggas, the audience, all of them, if they was who was in charge when we was in
but I think the game's point is he's getting a little bit confused though, right? So example, like the get your booty to the pole thing that happened, what was it, 2021 or so, I think, like the propaganda, you know, if this, I actually, you know, the space covered that, and I actually I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's something that I see the space covering, you know, because I mean that shit was embarrassing, right? Or what is it? If you don't vote, you're not fucking or some shit. I don't know. There was some weird ad about that. That was awkward. That was cringe. I think the space covered that too. And then what recently happened? The Transformer with the Bud Light commercial. I think Angryman covered that. Like that shit, I think is worth covering. So you know, but you know, let's keep going though.
slavery, me and you, Reg, we would not be on here. We will be picking.
You can't
look who it's spearheaded by. Look who it's spearheaded by.
What you mean, Locas?
Look who it's spearheaded by. SBE is spearheaded by who?
Here comes
City.
Here comes
a street dude, also / porn star, whatever the fuck he be doing, adult entertainment.
Right? All right, Locast. Okay, so Locast. Loadcast, man. This dude will get on Reg's channel and turn it into his show. Well, I remember one episode, this guy was like, let's not talk about that, Reg. I'm like, okay, you can't control what Reg does on his damn channel. You make your own channel. And I didn't even know he had a fucking channel. I don't know what he talks about. Apparently he does YouTube. I don't know, but you know, he comes off as just trying to hate. God damn, at least critique. God damn, critique, you know, points. You don't even, you know, he's just trying to be, he's so easily just trying to get to the hater, you know, shit. I don't know. But Lowcast, the dude, not funny. Dude thinks he's funny, but he's not funny. Corny as shit. And this is a fellow nerd nigga saying this shit. So if he's corny to me, god damn, he must be corny to y'all. You know, I don't know. He'd be, yeah, you don't need to. Honestly, I prefer Reg just have the co-host with him and Brian or something like that, or even Reg and AC. Honestly, I prefer that. Shit, I don't know. Lowcast, you know, he just needs to stay in the chat and shit. Shit, even Macbone funnier than Lowcast, honestly. Fucking Macbone. Oh yeah. Black Curls, man, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Coon stream. Welcome to the Coon stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to the Curls, man. Make sure you like the video.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
All right. Shout out John. What's going on? Ah, shit. What's going on, John? What's going on? But yeah, you niggas know I be in Reg's chat talking shit, but goddamn, Lowcast is beyond a whole nother level. Like, I think I even respect Rollo more than Lowcast, bro. Just saying, being real with that. Let's see what else you're gonna say.
Right, but then you also got Ty City, a fail rapper, halfway street mechanic, street boy mechanic.
What the fuck? So basically,
yeah, and I wasn't necessarily talking about. I'm talking about
what the fuck? Like that? What does that have to do with the message? Like,
right. The dude was just like attacking personal attacks. Like, yo, come on. If you're gonna critique the SBE, critique it. God damn, he just went full personal and shit. So yeah, I might gonna put the panel link out here. We still got more to cover though, but feel free to come and join. Say your piece. I still got more to cover though. I ain't done yet. But feel free to join there. Say if there's anything, any opinions or something you want to say. I've covered a lot so far, but we still got more to go through. But we're definitely getting there. Feel free to join. He sounds like he critiqued my girls if I said something you don't really. I don't know. Lowcast, I don't know. Sometimes okay. Like I said, sometimes he may have a point. All right. It just depends on what the fuck it is. It just depends. But like that one was just straight up personal. I'm like, come on, man. Like, goddamn, you know, goddamn. And Lowcast, guess what? I was on that Manosphere list, and nigga, you weren't. Man, I'm sorry. Can't help myself.
What the fuck do I do with this?
You could shove it up your ass.
So, next up. So, Ed called it the Manosphere Cold War. Now, that's a cool name. Not gonna lie, that's cool. There's a couple of things that was said in here. I didn't even watch all of it, but I was like, that's interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and play it real quick, and here we go. Let's see.
No, because what it does is because it creates a perpetual cannibalization. Like, nigga, if like literally that shit is like, okay, I need to. That is some COINTELPRO. If you work, nigga, what would y'all think if y'all found out he working for the bitches and that SBE was for the bitches to basically
how is Ramil working for the bitches, bro? I don't see that.
So
like let me
okay, Grant, since you don't see that, tell me this. When this same blame is been thrown at anybody that is not in the Black Manosphere? There's a whole bunch of YouTube channels that's not in this space.
I think SBE is a term that only Manosphere niggas is gonna know.
Dude, again, no. That is not about that though. Like I said, so because when you sit here and you talk about a celebrity or talk about something like this, so what's the point other than it to try to siphon off subscribers and cannibalize and attack? That's what I'm saying. It's an attack.
That nigga ain't doing like you're not helping.
Nah,
And
I don't see it like that.
No, I'm about to say what I really think right now. SBE was a weapon designed and crafted to attack Kevin Samuels and low key attack Oshay, but it was yes. Because who the fuck is who? Where did that come from? Who the fuck is Shane?
So my question is this then: why didn't niggas call? Look, everybody called you the SBE guy. Why didn't they call Kevin Samuels the SBE guy?
So
No. Kevin was it. He was doing that shit. That was this whole content shaming the men on one episode to rile up the women in the chat, then shaming the other side. Basically, he was like the gender war. He was like really gender war hoeing for both sides, honestly. Both sides would get excited in the chat when you shame the other one, and shit, he got the bag for it. I mean, shit, that was the hustle. So that's what he was doing. It's interesting to call it an attack or an attack at, but during the Perfume Sama arc, like I said, it was crazy. Once again, it was really cringe. Okay. Yeah. Gender war twerking. It was really bad during that time. Okay. Like I said, multiple Kevin Samuel streams daily. If you said anything against him, you get timed out. Many videos about him. I mean, the defense force for him was insane. Like, so, I mean, what do you expect? Something might be created from that idea, from what was going on during that arc. So maybe potentially SBE was potentially generated from what the hell went on during the Perfume Sama arc. Now, I don't know if I wouldn't say a weapon or an attack. I don't think that's a bit too far. I just say something to counter it off, right? That's what I would say. Maybe a counter move, right? No, I don't think no damn attack and whatever. I think that's going a bit far.
Yeah, hold on, but Grinch, that's where it originated, Grinch. That is where it originated.
But that's the problem.
And how the fuck am I the what? Explain.
That's what I
said.
My nigga, I said that in a stream I had probably within the last 3 days. I said, how is Edward the SBE guy? Like, honestly, if y'all niggas not calling Kevin Samuels that with as much as he was doing, like Edward is like the SBE sheriff. Like that nigga got a bow and arrow on some Cupid shit on some SBE. And like it's nowhere near the same level on some.
Kevin died. But no, it was. They were doing it. That's where it came from. Because it was this idea that Kevin only blew up because he started talking to the hoes. Now, I'm not saying that's not true, but people forget he had 80,000 subs before he did that. But whatever, as far as who he is now, yeah, we can live it at that. So he said all these other channels like Mediocre Tutorial, whether you're doing reaction channels, that's where like shout out to Thon Lexi, Black Light, but he only had a channel for 10 months, but he has had 100 right now. ChisZ, it's about talking about folks. You can even lump in Darius Sim in there. The reaction channels as well as what Kevin did, because those people had the greatest benefit. So the argument is all of this is SBE, but he never brings any of them up. He never brings up ChisZ, fucking Thon Lexi, none of them. It is a fucking attack specifically against people that were the cornerstones of this space. And he knows who to attack. No, he knows who to attack.
Ed, God, he powered up and shit. God damn, he be powered up. Like, man, he be holding it down though.
Mama, I love you. P.O.P. all the time. Right these out.
What she said. Perfume Sama Killsphere. Well, I'm glad you like it. Manosphere. That's but Ed's actually right. Ed's right. A lot of other people were creating channels back then. Who do the shaming, Keisha or the shaming on the other side. So he's right. It's both sides are doing it. Both are guilty. But I would say that definitely Ed be roasting the Keisha more than Tyrone, of course, for sure. But yeah, he like I said, I call him the long wind Hokage for a reason. That dude be fucking with that wind or Saturn God shit. He be powering that shit up in that car. That shit be lit. So that'd be funny. I like the rants. He has the best rants ever. So really, yes, the best rants. He be going in hard as shit.
With the wrong folks, they'll reach up in his ass like Simple the P did. And
okay,
so again, hold on, time out. So my question is, if you got all these niggas saying this about me, to where I almost had a 24/7 fucking headache on this shit, niggas making videos attacking me at 6,200. How is that not an attack?
Sounds
it's
personal.
just some simple shit.
Sounds personal. Because if you don't consider this entertainment and you really consider that you are LP man,
I'm done with you.
Damn, he took Fatty off. Damn. Team Fatty, cool, man. He kicked him off. I didn't know that. The Team Fatty, cool. So, and shout out to Team Fatty. He's kind of, I think he accepts what this shit is, and he's not trying to really change anything. He's just trying to adapt and have fun with the content. And I think that's the best way to go about it. So shout out to Team Fatty. I don't know why you removed him, but Team Fatty be doing some good shit. Of course he is kind of, he's covering, whatever the dating stuff in Black YouTube, like everyone else, but at least he's funny and not taking it so damn seriously, right? So I'm gonna fast forward again. Bernard Riley makes a comment, which is funny as shit.
Oh well, damn.
I'm not playing this game. Like, no, like let that be a winner because I was driving. You have, if you're talking about women at all,
No,
that's how it's used.
Yeah, exactly. Ed, exactly. Real quick, GC, Ed, and that's like you said. This is what people don't understand, bro. I don't give a damn what Ramil and fucking Ty City's doing, bro. Like I said, it's a coexistence. I know they're dependent
I'm only
upon
talking about them because they're the ones that had the streams and everyone on the streams. I could bring up Solo too. They came out of nowhere.
I don't even know, but this is what I'm saying. Like I said, it's the fucking legion that these niggas have created. As to where now you see they come and they troll other content creators, even when that's not the case. Bro, I had a nigga come in my fucking thing last night and tell me I did 80% SBE. I'm like, bro, all my content is up. I don't even talk about hoes like that for nothing, nigga. I'm talking to niggas about hoes, but I'm not talking to hoes.
Okay, so fantastic comment about abusing. Oh, Chaos Rain, what's going on? So abusing. This is what happens with the plain emoji bullshit. You have what else? People abuse the passport bros shit, the SBM shit. It's like I said, the chat is very unique to the space. So sadly, the chat could ruin things for others, right? So, and it ruined it for me even. Like I said, I understand the SBE thing. I get it. But then, once the chat niggas get a hand of this shit, then, you start seeing that shit in all the chats. And I granted, once these things get trendy, especially in a small space like this, okay, you got to catch up, Rain. I have my main channel. That's reaction channel. But on this channel, we are straight up cooning and geeking on here.
It's us. I've been falling. I was geeking.
So channel still up. If nerd nigga shit, that's the main channel. This is not it. Here we're just cooning. So that's what it is. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. What'd you say? Question. Okay. Soul, do you think content creators should read the chat? Yeah, I mean, if you're doing panels, it's interactive. I think now, if people are like kind of going crazy, then probably not. But I think the chat is unique to the space, so I think you should be really paying a lot of attention to the chat. That's just me. That's just me though. I mean, unless you're just doing like uploads, fine. But if you're doing streams, I mean, what the fuck? You should read the damn chat. SBE was low key used to show shade at counterparties they were jealous of, but I'll get out of there. I don't think it's really jealousy because anyone can roast up Keisha for a bag. JTC, anyone can roast Keisha up, anyone can roast Tyrone up and get a bag. That's easy. Anyone can do it. So that is not hard. That is not hard at all. Please let them read the chat. Right. Yeah, see, John knows back at Reg's, reading your chat's important. My voice to text is horrible. It's all right. It's all right. True, but not all backs were the same. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I agree with you on that. Not all backs were the same, yeah. But yeah, subscribe, people. Subscribe, share the stream. Share the stream.
I'm sorry, Maya!
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Also, if you have any funny videos you want me to react to, email me at soulproviderfiles@gmail.com. I love to laugh, and hopefully you do too. All right, let's get back to it.
SBE is anytime you're talking about women in any way, coupled with I don't like this nigga.
Again, you niggas go get the lotion and you niggas go fucking get some dudes, man. That's all I got to say.
So let me give you an example. Fantastic is SBE because Fantastic doesn't say fuck Jessica X. I'm SBE because these niggas don't like me, so they don't need another reason. That's literally what that is. That's literally what it is. It's if they talk about women at all, because if they're in the Manosphere, only the Manosphere talks about women, right? And the reason
no, Ed. Remember, Black YouTube dating, lapeef, so they talk about women too. You're not the Manosphere is not unique to talking about women, not anymore. That's not the case. So, but to Fantastic point, someone going in his chat saying, "Oh, what you just did in the stream was 80% SBE. I mean, that is kind of lame. That is kind of lame, right? Like you're going in a chat trolling with the shit. That is kind of lame. Like I said, once again, I understand the premise, but am I gonna now just go in every chat that I don't like or something and just be putting that shit in the chat? I don't know. And I don't even think fucking Ramil or Ty would do that shit. Because I don't see them do that shit. I don't even think they would waste their time doing that shit. So why are the chat niggas doing that? Well, you know, it is what it is on that one. I don't think Ramil would do that shit. I think that'd be kind of corny for Ramil to do that shit. But of course, you know, chat niggas, you know, it's not everyone that's bad in the chat, but drones and fanboys, you know, just like the passport niggas, the SBM niggas, the mgtows, all. I mean, everyone has to ask their own fucking fanboys. So it's what it is.
Well, I'm even bringing up the only reason really I'm bringing up Ramil is because I watch Red Supreme's thing because really I stayed away from them streams. Man, so nigga shared me. I ain't never seen you talk a lot of shit, but I ain't never seen you holler at the top of your fucking lungs. And I caught 15 seconds between you and Solo. And yeah, and Solo was wrong. And I did a whole stream saying that. You know, that's some bullshit. And I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. This ain't even Rumble shit. Y'all had an 8-hour Rumble. No, that's enough. Going after the same people, that's called cannibalization.
Well, they do both.
This is why when I tell people about interfact, this is why I tell people don't interfact and like to not 100% claim this space, because you have people that will do that. Like it's not about, I don't give a fuck about, so niggas want me to the human traffic my subscribers to people. Fuck it. Give me the wire. I don't give a fuck about that. But the reality is you got folks what y'all essentially telling me is these niggas ain't got no legitimate issues.
Yeah,
They're fucking chaos agents.
Well, listen, man, listen.
Niggas are fucking 40 fucking years old. If this was a nigga in their 20s, I still would think that's some bitch shit. Cut to the Chase didn't do that, and he's 27.
I got you, bro. And listen, this is what I'm telling you. Ed, we done mapped this shit out and walked it down as much as possible, bro. They do both. They do talk.
Funny, and I wish Grinch come back because Grinch would say that shit is cool until them niggas start attacking Angryman. Then he gonna feel some type of way about it. It's always cool until it's you. Because the reality is, I got
already attacking Angryman.
Yeah, they kind of side.
I don't know. Well, let me say this, and y'all got it. Listen, bro. At the end of the day, they doing both. According, I don't even know this. Like I said, I don't watch them. This is what I'm telling you. They're saying they do cover a lot of Fresh and Fit. They cover whatever podcast. I don't know if they cover the Daily Rapper Crew. When I say they can't touch these people, I'm saying they'll never get a response from Fresh and Fit. They'll never get a response from whatever. They'll never get a response from Daily Rapper Crew. If they go into their chats and they start saying that shit and doing it, people are gonna just let me finish, bro. That's what we're trying to tell you. What GC and me is trying to get you to understand, bro. Since we all have the same pool of subs, right? It's still a wrestle for those subs. Just like looking at politically, right? You got motherfucking Democrats and Republicans, but then you got your fucking independents, right? So pretty much what they're doing in this, they get to war, and then the people that are quote unquote undecided or in the middle, now you pretty much force them to make a decision out of the pool that we all share. You see what I'm saying? Because there's people that stop fucking with me because of the SBE shit. It's some people that still fuck with me with the SBE shit, and there's some people that troll me just because of the SBE shit. You know,
the reason why I'm getting so, and this.
Well, yeah, they on your head, I guess. I didn't know, brother. I'm not.
No, this is not. I don't give a fuck about that because I got to look. That is what they're trying to kill, and they're using a Trojan horse tactic. Because the reality is, if you're talking about Shane Blaine Explain, you actually deal with the channels that do that. You don't sit there and say, "Fuck that nigga. I don't really got nothing on that nigga. I don't want to dox the niggas. Then niggas gonna get mad at me. So you know what I'm gonna do? That nigga SBE nigga, sheep bitch ass niggas. Go troll that nigga forever. Go do that." That's what that is. And see, he know who to do that with and who not to do that with. Because if you do that with the wrong person, then all of a sudden you're going to have a whole bunch of motherfuckers like...
Okay. So to Ed's point, I am curious if someone was to go in Minister Japp's channel and say, nigga, you're SBEing. Why are you wearing a robe and calling these hoes German Shepherds? I mean... Once again, I said this on another stream that Minister Japp's content, to me, observation from afar, you know, whatever. I'm just observing Black YouTube. That's SBE all the way. That's the same shit, just different YouTuber to me. So are people going in his chat doing SBE in the chat? I don't know. Not subscribed. Maybe they are. I don't know. Right. But to me, that would be trolling Mr. Japp's channel with SBE shit. Right. That'd be the same case, right? But that's a good point that Ed has. Like, well, what if it was someone else? Like, and I think Mr. Japp is the best example. Or shit, what if it was fucking Tommy Sotomayor? Like, that would be interesting. Like, okay, why are people trolling his chat with SBE shit in the chat? But he basically does it. He's roasting Keisha literally daily. Like, isn't that the same shit? Covering the Keisha, he doing that shit every day. Probably doing it tonight. So I mean, I don't know. Like, what if he was to find out? Okay, what's SBE, and then okay, why are these niggas trolling me with this shit in the chat? I wonder what his response would be, right? It says Ramil would never try this with Tommy and call him SBE. Once again, he's Tommy's like the quiche roaster master of Black YouTube, right? I mean, to me that's SBE. I mean, to me, am I crazy? Let me know. Oh yeah, because Tommy will go on a Tommy will go on a war path. Yeah, you know how Tommy would probably have like 5 streams ready and just start some bullshit. So I wouldn't want to smoke with Tommy either. That should be annoying as fuck.
No, you're not doing that to this person. And it's not about, oh, it's bothering me. It's not that serious. But all of this shit, when niggas got a problem with me, you talk about women. That's all you would. And I have been very patient.
That's funny.
When you look at all these.
Cool, whatever. And that's what men are still doing in this space. The thing is, they're saying that thing that's been going on from the beginning, really. Because like you wouldn't say that Angryman messages changed. You wouldn't say that Minister Jack messages changed. Black Round messages changed. No, they got the same message, and they've all been in the game damn near a decade, saying the same message. And so I guess what I'm trying to figure out, and I'm not even going to say I'm trying to figure it out. I've already figured it out.
Yeah, okay, so AM's message. Okay, sure, it hasn't changed, but that nigga is the perfect cell of the Manosphere. That nigga will absorb your powers and shit and spit you out. We've seen that before with what he did with Kuda. We don't forget, nigga. All right.
The message has been pretty static with a few fluctuations. They're making it seem like something drastic has happened or something has changed. No, black men are still doing a counterpunch to the woman-centric propaganda against black men, and they're calling that SBE. The stuff that we're saying is true. It's accurate. Some of it is anecdotal, some of it is empirical, but either way it go, we breaking the shit down and we're accurate. So when they're charging us of shame, blaming, accusing us of shame, blaming, and explaining, basically what they're doing is they're criticizing black men for making true statements about black women. And if you're doing that, I'm sorry. You're working with the bitches. You're working with the sisterhood. You a strag, as far as I'm concerned.
You officially are fucking COINTELPRO. That is what the fuck you are.
That's what it is. And so, and keep in mind, like, even though it is accurate, who Fantastic or Game Changer, everyone said that it's accurate that it started with Kevin Samuels. But as far as the chat room that they came into with that shit, and by they, I literally mean the person who created it, came in my chat room accusing me of that shit. When I was doing a reaction video to some feminist chick saying some stupid shit, and she had a big platform, and that shit was all out there in the airwaves, and she's putting out a bunch of woman-centric feminist bullshit.
Okay, so I know, thinking emoji, right? I mean, okay, so if you're covering Keisha, right? You're covering something that happens, and you're just covering the topic. I don't think that's SBE, but if you are covering whoever and you expect them to change or whatever, then I think that's what it is. So I don't think that's totally the same. Like you covering bullshit propaganda, I think that's fine, right? Like like the booty to the pole shit and shit with the Bud Light commercial. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. You're just covering the topic, commentary on the topic. Yeah, but I don't think if let's say let's see who's one of these celebrities. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion. Let's say she does some dumb shit. I don't know. And people are covering her. I don't think anyone that expects Megan to change just because y'all are doing content. Y'all just covering celebrities. So I don't think that's the same, really. Let me know if I'm insane. If I've been insane, let me know. Shit, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think that's the same.
Somewhere on the internet, men should clap back a response and have a counterpunch to that shit. Yes, there's other shit that men should do on the internet as well. But somewhere it should be a counterpunch to the bullshit that's putting out there. It's not enough to say, oh yeah, I can ignore it. Well, okay, it was ignored for years, and then everybody just accepted what the fuck the women was saying is true. When Kevin Samuels got on that big ass bullhorn and put a spotlight on how stupid they are, a lot of people looked at that and said, you know what? Maybe it's not just that niggas ain't shit. Maybe some of these bitches ain't shit. We seeing them every night. So when they're criticizing black men who are doing content before an audience of black men, exposing, highlighting, and picking apart the bullshit that women are doing to give information to black men, if they're trying to figure out a contrived way to criticize the black men who are doing that content for black men, they are running interference for the bitch. It's no other way around that. They're running interference for hoes. There's no other way around it.
No, and what's funny? What's funny is, AM1 gonna sit here and say, nigga, you not like this whole week, you're not advocating for productivity. You talking about advocating for productivity, having 8-hour hangout, having 8-hour nigger hangouts. And I said
AM1 does not have a skills and resources channel. Whoa. He has a failed Black Manosphere channel and turned into an anti-Black Manosphere channel. I do more skills and resources content than that motherfucker. Like, no, we're not even playing with that one.
Oh man, Bernard, when Bernard said this, I was like, bro, okay. okay. I was like, ah, shit, let's go. I was like, ah, shit, let's go. So, Bernard, interesting, take on that. During the stream, right? AM1 was in the fucking chat. AM1 was in the chat. Let me see. Let me see here. He's right here. He's right there. There he is. He's right here. And it's like AM1. See, AM1. Optic wise, is optics. Optic wise, AM1, bruh. All okay. So he's saying, Bernard said that his channel is more skills and resources than his channel. Once again, AM1's channel says that he's been here since 09, bro. 09. 2009, when I was in college. He had the chance to do skills and resources in the other sector, right? The tech and media design, photography, videography, all that shit. Cool. Never fucking did it. He never did it. He was just here, chilling under Oshay and shit. Now, Larry, no offense, but these are no skill factors, worker ass niggas delivering my sandwich right now. Oh, well, there's no mayonnaise on that sandwich, Larry. American Mutt says, yikes. Yeah, panel Bernard. He activated, right. He different on the panel. It's good to hear him on the panel every now and then. But I used to be in Bernard's chat. He knows. I was there with the wrench, chilling, cooning and shit. But he put a Starbucks in his chat, and then niggas left. So that's just what happened with the shit. What else is on the docket? Okay, let's see here. Oh, really? Yeah, you told me that. So, the other topic. So, Manosphere Demagoguery. I think that's the way it's said. I probably fucked that up. It's a new word I learned from Ike, brother Ike. So it means the action of winning support by exciting the emotions of ordinary people rather than having good or morally right ideas. I was like, yo, that's such a good word. And that word describes what the fuck happened in the space, or just in general with the whole, not just in the space, but in the general dating space on YouTube and social media. What happens is, the dating coaches, all these game gurus, monetizing people's, stuff with the, they're better, they're experts at everything. It's so true. It's so true. So shout out to Ike for that. I was like, oh shit. So Ike did a case closed stream about grifters, SBE, stuff like that. Game Changer was on there. And another person was on here, which I didn't expect was going to be on here, Donovan Sharp. I was like, wow. The guy who did the video about him in the gym, like with a diaper on, that dude. Yeah, that guy. He's here in the flesh. The guy who's married to some weird looking white chick. But yeah. So shout out to Ike who covering the topic. Ike's been doing his self-improvement shit for ever since. I met him. I remember him. He was dropping heavy bags during the Perfume Sama arc when Kevin was roasting. I remember his big ass super chats. But the one thing I would critique this with is that we're gonna go through this, and nothing against Dr. Thunder, nigga, but man, this guy tries to like explain this shit, and it's just like, I'm just kind of sighing, but I'm sure he's, looks like he's on the skills and resources type shit too. Check out his channel. But when he tried to this episode, I was like, God damn, it's hard to listen to him. I'm not gonna lie. But let's go.
I'm almost taking the crown. I guess I said almost. I guess Fresh and Fit is more likened to the crown based on his views.
What is it? The issues the dollar is facing right now. I don't know. Maybe it's
prone to that. What would you say about that?
Yeah, this is I think there's a great deal more nuance. Get more subs more easily. They're always going to get super chats, like right? She's trying to get your manager, and Keisha thinks she's supposed to have a vote.
Okay, so you're emphasizing the women here and how they perhaps are taking part in the demagoguery themselves. It's a male audience, and you've said, okay, obviously that's why they're going to gravitate towards the women. it's a male audience, and they're the ones responsible for the simpery. And there are a proliferation, or shall I say, the preponderance of content creators is male in this space. So if there's demagoguery going on, and demagoguery has bad things associated with, seems like mostly it's men both subscribing to it and also maybe even promoting it, wanting it. Maybe some of the men wish that they could get as many audience or subs or super chats as the women, right? Now, I'm not going to stop capitalism either, 100%. That's not what. But your point is taken. A, capitalism will happen. You have no issues in terms of people paying others. Simps do exist. But we have to watch out for women and the type of women. Perhaps something also having to do with reasons why you mentioned Lokishas and Karens, which we'll get into further, right? However, Donovan, let me ask you the same question here. Okay, if this space, okay, now let's remove the capitalism aspect of it. Let's say that one actually did care about the plight of.
I want just before you can answer, can I redefine the word simp? Because I think right, being a simp is
forget whether or not the audience that is doing it, they obviously going to get what they want. But should a space that has a particular goal, such as moving men forward, now watch out for the demagoguery and this kind of thing? What are your thoughts about what I just said?
Yeah, first thing I would say is that, well, let me simplify the definition of simp, and it's really, really simple as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, the definition of a simp is a man who gives an undeserving woman access to his time, his energy, his attention, and his resources. We have a lot of guys in and around the community that like to define anything you do nice for a woman is simping. You complimented your woman, you're simping. You bought your woman a gift for her birthday, you're simping. You sent in a super chat to a female YouTuber, you're simping. No. Listen, if you have a woman in your life and she is doing what is necessary.
Yeah, so keep in mind, oh yeah, I was gonna get to it. Like, Donovan he's gonna make a comment about the grifters and whatever, but keep in mind he's in the same bucket as Oshay to me. Monetizing people's hopes and dreams and stuff into dating, all that shit. He's getting the bag just like anyone else. So I see what Ike did with this, adding him to the convo, just to mix it up on the other spectrum, I guess. But I mean, he's guilty of shit too. Trying to sell dudes bullshit and all this shit, and then be married to a fucking vampire and shit. All right.
Necessary to hold it down as your girl. She's fit, feminine, friendly, and faithful. She takes good care of you. She represents you in public. Then doing nice things for her isn't simping. That's just you. That's just you being bountiful with what you have for your woman doing what she needs to do for you.
Let me try this one on you real quick. Sure. With regards to the different kinds of aspects of simping, and there is a particular aspect here that bears upon this particular topic.
Oh, I was never told to do X, Y, and Z for a man. No, there's
AM1 again. There's AM1 again.
Internet, you know how to take care of a man. If a woman isn't fit, feminine, friendly, and faithful,
it's
because
come on.
Same with Gordon Ramsay, Wolfgang Puck. The only difference is that when we're talking about relationships, it's the same thing. You're preying on men's insecurity and preying on male anger. We don't have to do that. Men are already angry, and men are looking for answers. And if my answers can help them and myself, then why not? Why not do it that way? It's not against the law. And guess what, guys? There's plenty of free, great information online out there. No one is forcing you to watch videos. No one is forcing you to super chat. If a female content creator is making a video and she is informing you of things, and you want to send her a super chat, that doesn't mean you're a simp. She is giving you value for value exchange. One last note on women infiltrating the Manosphere. Women get more subs, they get more super chats. They help to broaden the message because more people listen to women when women are involved. We all know the YouTube algorithms favor women. So at some point we have to ask ourselves, are we more concerned about the message getting out or who exactly gets the credit for the message? Who cares who we hear it from so long as the message gets out there? But I think we have a lot of gatekeepers who say, well, since this is the Manosphere, then it needs to be. Nah, nobody's
Well. During the Weapon X arc, remember, Jessica X was responding to bigger YouTubers, right? And during this arc, right, these YouTubers would actually pull up on her shit and not, the man channels and panels, all that shit. I know that made niggas mad. I know. I know that shit. It's a small space, first of all, so people noticed, right? But I know that must have bothered some people, right? I'm talking about Tommy or someone else. Oh shit, she shows up. Fuck, on her shit and not mine. Damn, and that was real. When Jessica's channel grew and the other channels who've been here, like LAR and all the other niggas, didn't beam up like she did. So that I know. I mean, niggas may not want to admit, but niggas didn't like that shit. They're not gonna say it publicly, but I know because I'm a YouTuber. I know how YouTubers think, whether they want to admit it or not. So it is what it is. And the message, right. And see, that's dangerous. What he said, he's I don't care who says the message as long as the message is getting out there. That would link back to Man's the Penguins. You know, if the queer eye was to use the message, then it doesn't matter. Bullshit. Okay, we're about to see that, right? Because right now, Pearly Things did the message, right? Apparently, right? She's the new white pick-me. And I want to see like a fucking Skittle come in with the message and see how niggas are gonna like, or niggas gonna follow her, or it, whatever the thing is, or what. I want to see what they would do if someone from that realm started, you know, with the talking points and pandering and all that shit. I'm just curious. But anyway.
Gatekeeper. If a woman happens to do something better than you, then that's not on her. That's not her fault. Listen, I think a lot of you guys know Pearl is a very good friend of mine. I've known her now for 3.5 years. She's hardworking. She's smart. She knows exactly what she's doing. She paid to get good at YouTube. She paid to get the knowledge, put herself in the positions. Now, of course, you know, luck certainly plays a role. She came from an affluent family, et cetera, but that doesn't mean that she's not still out working people. I think all the hate for Pearl is just simple professional jealousy. This woman.
Can I ask him a question really quick?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's a question for everyone in the panel as well once it's their time to speak. But
another one. Is that it?
I think that is it.
Yeah.
On StreamYard.
Why don't you respond to the male rage thing comment from Dina?
Yeah, sure. Somebody asked me, would Donovan take 30%? Yes, I would. I would absolutely take 30% of the revenue without having to pay expenses. You mean all I got to do is sit around and talk? You're goddamn right, I would do it. The male rage. Okay, male rage. Since it's all proper for male rage, cool. That to me, that's a non-starter. These are the kinds of, and I'm not saying that this is the way AM1 thinks, and I think maybe this was probably done in a little bit of sarcasm, at least I'm hoping so. But you're going to have a certain group of people that are just going to be angrier than others. Nobody is trying to profit off of male rage. If you happen to profit off of it, that's fine. But people in the middle of male rage, nobody's putting a gun to anybody's head. The reason why people purchase our products and watch our channels is because we know what we're talking about. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money to do this on a regular basis. Now, it's a great life. We all make great money. Don't feel sorry for me. But characterizing, you know, trying to help men be the best versions of themselves and characterizing that as profiting from male rage, to me, that's disingenuous.
Okay, so let me ask Game Changer this. Okay, because there's an aspect of this which has to do with free.
All right, I don't want to get into all this. It's kind of long-winded. But shout out to Ike. At least he attempted to do that conversation. I know that shit probably got long-winded as hell. So shout out to him for that. Oh yeah. So TetherSphere. Back to going to LAR here. Had a video about the TetherSphere is about making money. I was like, what the fuck is the tether? Now I've heard of this shit before in chats, right? I'm like, what the fuck is that? I always wondered. It sounds like a new shaming thing to shame non-natives, niggas, whatever. Of course, I'm sure there's other shit that African niggas try to shame Americans on. So, you know, back and forth, that shit I just don't care about. But I'm sure just I'm curious what he's about to say on this. So shout out to LER for making the TetherSphere, which sounds funny as shit. But let's go ahead and check it out. And be sure to like the video.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
All right.
The title TetherSphere came from Edward Addison. I heard him say
Oh, okay. So it came from Edward.
Crypto, it's not about crypto.
Got it.
There's a TetherSphere. It's about money. Like the Black Manosphere is a gold mine of content to the point that people can be adjacent to it or tethered to it and actually grow faster, get more views, and make more money than the actual people that were in the quote unquote Black Manosphere. So one of the issues is people assume that people are getting upset at the ethics and the morals or unethical behavior of people who are quote unquote, I'll just use the word tethered to the space. And they're putting it on people who are in the space, and you're being disingenuous. You're full of it. Because basically, you support people who tether to the space more than you support people in the space. And to me, I don't understand how the exact same message is more digestible when somebody else says it, but it is. Because I've said it for years. If a woman to say the exact same thing the men to say, guys will gravitate to it. If non-black men and women to say the same thing the black men have been saying, black men will gravitate to it. So, and even with this little JPT thing, a lot of you guys are upset at the racial component of it, and you're blaming even the Black Manosphere for it, but you're subscribed to that. You were, you know, and I'm not saying a bunch of black men were in her space, and even a bunch of brothers in the black manosphere were like subscribed to it and all and 10 toes down for the lady. I don't believe that, because I haven't talked to somebody who's subscribed to it. You know, I'm just saying. But I know guys who are viewers and subscribers. I know I've seen you guys get upset that, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. And using Edward as a reference again, he one of the things he said for years, don't be a red pill for black women just to turn around and be blue pill for white women or non-black women. And that's what a lot of guys do. You know, you turn blue pill if another content creator who doesn't look like a black man says it. And then you get mad if you feel like,
well, damn, I have to agree with that. Damn. It's a lot, like I said, during the Pearly Things arc, a lot of people started acting different. And now we got Pearly fanboys and niggas with pom-poms with Pearly things on the pom-poms and shit cheering for her. But honestly, if it wasn't for the Manosphere, I wouldn't even have known about her because of man shit and people reacting to her. But obviously her topics people are going to react to because, you know, she's doing dating topics. So shit. But the tether thing, well, apparently it was credit to Ed. I mean, well, if you're in a space, though, people in the space should be, well, if they want to promote you, then sure, right? I guess. If you're, I guess, space adjacent and you're doing better than people in the space, I mean, it's not their fault. I don't know. I mean, it should be the space's fault for that. Shit. So promote who you like. I mean, I guess promote whoever you're cool with. I think that's just the simple solution right there. You know?
Like, oh my God, I got used. And to me, it's stupid. Like, of course.
But also, once again, sorry, I think this whole shit is about money. Everything, all of it. The lapeefs, the space, all the niggas don't want to admit it. But I think all this shit's about money. That's why all these dudes try to get monetized, because it's YouTube, as you should. So it's not a bad thing to get monetized. Oh, okay. She also collabed with Sneeko's, Tate, and the Manosphere in of itself didn't give Pearl her clout. Okay, I've heard of Sneeko. I don't watch him. I don't have no idea what he talks about.
Force people tethered to the space and make money. You can tell these people don't think strategy. It's a content strategy. And a lot of you like, you know, the WWE-esque, the WWE style, WrestleMania style content that, you know, we've seen this before. Y'all don't, what do Hollywood people call it? Hack? You know, y'all don't mind a hack. Y'all don't mind people regurgitating and poaching somebody else's material. You don't mind that. And guys, men and women, you know, honestly know that if I take somebody else's material and use it, my audience might gravitate to it more than their audience. And I'm not even gonna, you know, I can tell you, you know, there were things where even Kevin Samuels took a couple of my things a day or two after I put them up.
Ah, damn.
Kevin one time, I told him the exact same thing. So I know he remembered it, because I'm not talking about, oh, I had an idea, the whole concept, the whole title, all that verbatim. Am I hating on it? No. When we used to do the brother pill, with me and Oshay, Donovan, me, Oshay, Steve, I had came up with a lot of topics. And at the time, some of the most popular episodes were ideas that were my topics. That show did far more than I could do with it. So, what I'm saying is,
ah, man, see, I don't like this shit. God damn it. See, once again, see, that's lame. God damn. See, man, yeah, space done failed, LER. But once again, some niggas may say it's individual, whatever. Fine. Maybe it was just him. Fair enough. Maybe, you know, more, you know, fuckboy shit and some education or some shit. Maybe that would have worked better off, I guess. But damn, that sucks. God damn, I don't like hearing that. I mean, but yeah, I mean, damn, that sucks. Well, poor LER, I guess. Man. All right, next up. So that's credit to Ed. Okay. So, Tether. So, Tariq has a little thing here about a tether versus a rider. I was like, okay, let's see what that's about. Let's see what the fuck he's talking about here. All right, let's see. Explain what the tether is, because I got to figure out, am I a tether?
For the tether class, and again, not the immigrant class. I'm talking about the tether class because we have a lot of immigrant brothers and sisters who actually supported the museum. There were a lot of immigrant brothers and sisters there last night. A lot of brothers and sisters from the diaspora came through showing love. So let's be clear. When we talk about tethers, we're talking about a certain sector within the non-FBA community. Let's always be clear on that, because tethers will lie and then try to hide themselves behind all immigrants. Even in the museum, we pay homage to a lot of our immigrant brothers and sisters who are on code. Our brother, Dr. Ben, we have something honoring him. Dr. Sebi, we honor Dr. Sebi. Ivan Van Sertima, we honor him. There's a lot of people from the diaspora that we honor who are on code, to be clear.
Okay. Got it. On code. Got it. I understand. So, I guess it's basically, so African niggas that get along with each other, with other blacks, I mean, they're not tethers, but if you're like an African nigga who's like, you know, roasting up Black Americans, then I guess you're a tether ass nigga. I guess that's what it is. Okay, fair enough. Let me see. Okay, so then there's another video here that explains it, and I wanna go over this too, actually. So here's another one. I want to see this right here because I saw it in chat. Now, what the fuck is it?
So what's going on, you guys? Your boy Jay back for another video. So I have to tap in on this one. So for the last couple of months, we've been hearing, probably about 6-7 months, we've been hearing about this word tether or tethering. Now, from my understanding, tethering is pretty much a foreign-born Black person who is a sellout. So you're foreign-born and you're a sellout. And I know in the Caucasian community, they call it being a snowflake, but over here in the Black community, we call it being a tether. Now, there's been a lot of confusion about what a tether is, and a lot of immigrants think that they are tethers. And the thing is, you're not a tether unless you're pretty much a sellout. Now, I brought Karine Jean-Pierre here just because she is a perfect example of what a tether is. Because when it comes to Black issues, she doesn't care about Black issues. Now, we all know that she got her job because she checks 3 boxes. She's LGBTQ, she's an immigrant, and also she's Black. Now, when it comes to Black issues, she don't care about Black issues. When it comes to immigrant issues, she don't care about immigrant issues. And when it comes to LGBTQ issues, that's very questionable whether she cares about it or not. But we do know that she skates by because of her Black card. And, you know, they always like to say, put Black people in high places. But I completely disagree with that, because if you have somebody Black in a high place, they need to be doing something for Black people. Now, you hear people like Tariq Nasheed and Phil Scott and all them saying what a tether is. And I don't think anybody was ever clear about what a tether is. So I'm going to lay that basic definition of what a tether is. I'm going to lay this example of what a tether would be doing. She'd be tethering pretty much. So pretty much in the formula for a tether is a foreign-born African person who's in the States who's a sellout. So you got to be a foreign-born African. You got to be an immigrant pretty much and a sellout. And if you're an immigrant sellout, selling your community out to another group, you're pretty much a tether. Now, you can't work with other groups. Of course, you can work with other groups because you have business deals and all that. That's just natural. You know, that's just part of it. You know, we live in a capitalist society. So, you know, you're gonna have to do business with other groups. But in her case, she's looking out for herself, and she doesn't mind giving up Black people or any other type of people, in this case, Black people, in order for her to accomplish her tethering behavior. So I also call her a tether because when it comes to Black issues, like we heard her, one of the reporters asked her previously about reparations and all that. She started bending her neck. She got mad. You know, she didn't want to answer the question. She didn't want the reporter to ask the question. And then there was another time when she asked about the Haitian immigrants that arrived, and she got upset about that because she did not want to talk about that because she did not care about her people. She's a Haitian immigrant. She doesn't care about Haitian immigrants. She cares about herself.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Makes a lot of sense now. You don't give a shit about Black Americans. You don't give a shit about Africans. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I got it now. I got it. Okay. I was just I was seeing that in chats. I'm like, okay, what is this? A new word, you know? And, you know, but here we go. So, shout out to Thai City. And once again, like the video, share it. Definitely go.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
And don't forget, you can email me at SoulProviderFiles@gmail.com if you have any funny videos I should be seeing in the world of Black YouTube, as I laugh on all sides of Black YouTube, whether it's the women doing dumb shit or the men. Whatever's funny to me, please let me know and just email me. All right, so now I know what a tether is. I am learning the gospel. I'm learning. Sure am. All right, so Thai City did a stream. SBE for Dummies Part 2. Man, and then this guy came up. Chaotic Truth. Man, this guy was cooning. But as a fellow coon, I appreciate it.
It's us. I've been falling. I was eager.
So I appreciate this stream very much so. So he said a lot of shit. Now I you know, it's people like him that make Black YouTube great, and I'll say why, right? For some weird reason, this guy made a chat from Thai cities turn pro-Black for like maybe like 10 to 20, 30 minutes. Like, it was great. I was like, yo, y'all pro-Black now. Like, yo, it was weird. Like, niggas were calling him tether, blah, blah, blah. This to go back to Africa, blah, blah, blah. And we have no idea. At least I don't know. I don't know if he's African or not. I don't think the chat knew if he was African or not. And then he does a whole spin move, and I was like, yo, that's funny as shit. But I kind of predicted what was going to happen. I was like, oh, shit, this guy's he's provoking the chat. I mean, and he's saying some crazy ass shit. He's like basically like a new Uncle Ruckus. That shit was crazy. It was funny, though, but I see. And then I actually subscribed. I was like, yeah, I'm convinced he's funny as shit. And this guy has he's a whole panel full of white people. I was like, yo, yeah, go figure. So I would love to see a collab with him and RBR. Man, if I could get it set up, that would be funny as hell. But all right.
A woman let me say something quick, bro. Like, I chose not to live in that type of environment. Like, of course. You know, so that's not even my problem. Like, I don't have liquor bottle problems. You know what I'm saying?
Here goes the thing, sir. It's not even about the hood. It's about the behavior.
Right. That's what I said earlier. You opt into being around those behaviors.
No, sir. It's not just the hood. I literally said Blacks from the HBCUs. It's all levels of society with Black people. You can see PhD.
There's no escaping it. You have to be around it,
sir. The Black American, typically even the Africans of the diaspora, we're generally all the same. Go somewhere talking loud.
Okay, so and I was in the chat during the time. I totally agree. And actually, I learned this a lot when I moved to the Midwest. Africans and African Americans are extremely the same. Like, especially if once you're Americanized, you move over here, yeah, you're pretty much the same. Even if you're an African who's only been here for a year or so, I mean, you might be a little different, but then you're gonna get Americanized. You're gonna be Americanized and then become the same. It's all the same. Totally true. He's actually right about that, and I can confirm that based on my experience. Yep.
Wanted to be put on the show, twerking. It's not just hood Blacks. It's Blacks in general, man. It's something that is wrong with us, man. Not all of us, man. No, it's not.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So whose responsibility is it to fix this?
It's mine.
It's your responsibility. I fuck with it.
I have been sent here, sir, from the universe to save this race.
Oh,
sir,
man.
I've been like this since I've been a kid, Ty.
Yo, he's gonna save the race, and you know what? I want to watch him be victorious. I want him to coon to the top of the mountain and save the Black race, so that I can interview you and RBR. And yeah, so I want him to win. I want him to be victorious in his mission. He's made it very clear what he wants to do, and he's here to save all Blacks. You know, even since he was a damn kid, he wanted to save Blacks. So I'm with it. You know, I'm down for it. I'm sold. So let's keep going.
I've been doing this since I've been a kid. I remember being in class. I went to a very hood junior high school, and I used to tell the kids, "Hey guys, let's do the fucking work, you dumb niggas." Why you call me that? Because we have to compete on a global scale with other people, and we're not gonna do it if we are smoking weed all day, drinking, acting like motherfucking fools, man.
Man, I hope your message get across to those people, man.
Man, no, Ty, it's not even about that, man. One day I'm not gonna be here, man. But what's gonna happen? And you mark my word, Ty. When the white man is colonizing the moon, terraforming Mars,
colonizing YouTube.
No, when he's extracting resources from the asteroid belt, niggas are still going to be doing the same thing if we don't stop our degenerate behavior now. If you want to twerk inside the house. Don't twerk outside.
It's crazy. This guy said, "Yo, it's okay to twerk, but I want you to be like a designated twerk room or like a twerk break room or something where, you know, not outside, indoors only." But with his leadership, he could actually, I don't know, he seems pretty convincing to me. Like, he could actually, he's really on this shit, you know? Oh, yeah. John, definitely subscribe. Subscribe to Chaos, man. Chaotic Truth, man. You might have a couple labs there, for sure. Oh yeah, Ty City was enjoying it. It's funny as shit. Who wouldn't enjoy it? And that's the thing too, right? It's Black YouTube. There's no reason why you should be getting pissed off, right? No, don't get triggered, nothing, man. But dudes in the chat, you started calling tether, blah 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 blah. Dudes, and then one nigga got on the panel, and this nigga was about to do a full dunk on him, and Ty and Lou over there saved his ass.
See, that's what we got to start telling people.
We got to make wait. Okay, so okay, I'm following you. So now says make rules for twerking.
No, make rules for just the culture overall. You know what an old black man told me one time, Ty? The dude was in his damn 80s. He was whooping my ass at chess. He's been playing for 89 years.
Right.
Whooping my ass. And we got to talking about the Deep South. You know what he told me about Jim Crow? He said, I lived in the South. I moved to the North. And you know why a lot of these restaurants didn't want blacks there? Because the blacks would act like fools. And this was in the 30s. And he said, look at now when you go places. When you go certain places, who's talking loud? Who's complaining about the bill? Who's not tipping? He said blacks were doing this back then because they had an unrefined culture. Even in California in the 40s and the 50s, upper echelon blacks were complaining against having. Remember, it was something called the Great Migration.
Upper echelon.
Bring it to 2023.
Oh, you don't even want me to do that, sir.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. I'm here for the 2023 shit. Like I don't know about. Yeah.
Look at what happened in Miami. Look at what happened at spring break. Blacks were down there acting a fool. Nobody was checking them. They were murdering each other. They were robbing each other, sir.
Where was it? Was this like at an event or something, or
it was spring break? People were doing shows about it. It was all in the news. I did shows about it. They were acting a fool, doing debaucherous things, man.
But okay, so what's the plan,
sir? The plan is to pursue science, pursue the STEMs, get into the trades. My God, we can't afford to be smoking weed all day, drinking and partying and fucking. Can I curse over here? I don't know if I can curse.
Yeah, it's lit. It's lit.
We got to stop paying attention to these things, man. I know a lot of but what. If we do that, we will be better than the Jews, man. Oh, we already have a $2 trillion spending power. Blacks are already in prominent positions in America. Blacks are the wealthiest Africans in the diaspora in America.
Okay, so hold on, because I like this. This goes into SBE, right? So we SBE shame, blame, and explain. Now look, listen. So
go ahead.
So look, what else?
So this guy also comes from lapeef, right? On go ahead, clip that shit, John. He did some goofy shit on lapeef. I think it was him versus Six the Goddess. Was very funny. So he comes from that side of things. And he honestly, I think this guy would do great in the Manosphere. He's funny as shit. I think it'd be great. But I think he's too busy having white people panels and shit. SKC 2.0. Yeah, to me, this is the new Supreme King Kun. To me. This is a whole new level because he's direct with the shit. He's calling dudes monkeys, blackies, and shit. I'm like, God damn, I wanted Ty to ask him, yo, like, would he be okay? Does he want to be white? That's what I wanted to do, man. I wanted to ask him that question. But to me, this is the new SKC, man. Like, this is what SKC needs to like get to this level because he's not even at this level. This guy is way more direct with his shit, and it's funnier. Oh, SKC's still funny, but this guy's like, the way he's direct about the shit, it's just funny. Oh, yeah. On the breakdown, man. That'd be funny as hell. That would be.
What I'm saying is, we got people in positions of power. We have all the spending power. Why? What's up with the modern woman? Like, what's the issue? Like, don't we have all the tools we need to make them traditional again?
Sir, the answer to the problem with the modern woman is the modern black man. The black man is a simp. The majority of black men are simps. They just let their black woman be fat. I like a big chick. They let their black woman.
Hey, with all due respect, man, I gotta have a chunky leg, man. I gotta have some ass on the thing, man.
I get it. But let's be honest here. The black man lets the black woman just run amok, hollering and screaming, cursing, creating drama. If the black man just stopped her and told her, shut your mouth, quit talking and yapping and cackling all day, just focus on child rearing, focus on maintaining your household, man, it will be so different.
Okay, so we 10 years into that movement already, right? Is the situation getting better or worse? And I'm talking about that now that we got these conversations going mainstream. Kevin Samuels, the talking points is out. I'm talking about it's been mocked in comedy from Bebe's Kids to House Party. All this dysfunction has been over the big screen, and we didn't like. Okay, so what is the disconnect? Like, how much louder? How much more shame got to go down? Like, how can we really drive this message home to make these women just get in line?
You have to shame them. at every opportunity.
But I'm saying, like, we've been doing that.
No, you haven't. No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Black men, I've been in public, sir, and you have too. You've heard regular or random black men refer to a black woman as queen. What's up, queen? What's up, this? What's up, that?
You got to get away from those people, man. Like, what?
What I'm
See,
saying-
that's
what
what
I'm-
becomes a you problem. Like, if I hear that shit, I'm like, all right, like, I got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know what time it is with that type of shit.
The way to fix it, sir, is to make sure that your behavior is on point. You don't smoke weed with a black chick. You don't drink with a black chick. You don't mix and mingle with black women like you do men. You don't have locker room conversations with black women. You don't treat them like dudes, and that's a problem. You have to constantly remind them, hey, you don't go out drinking and clubbing. That's what hoes do. That's what prostitutes do.
They know that. You probably have been over here, but we run under hashtag they know, hashtag they don't care.
I get it.
So what I'm saying is that if there's no consequences coming behind all of this shame, it's not going to work.
It does work, man.
So you're saying like shaming without consequences is the way.
Shaming works. No offense to you, sir. You just did it. You said that you have to be with a thick chick.
Wait. How's that shaming? I said that's mine. I'm not imposing that on anybody.
Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Give me a second. All women want to look like Naomi Campbell from the 90s. All women do. All women want to be 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", with an hour-shaped body like Naomi Campbell. That is all. Just give me a second.
But I'm saying that's different.
Just give me a second. You gotta let me finish. All women want to look like that. But when you say, not you necessarily, but when a man says, man, you look good when you thick, girl. See, you're telling her.
No, some of these niggas do be saying that shit to fat bitches. I'll give you that. But I mean,
you gotta constantly remind her, you need to be like that. So that in itself is a mental game. She's gonna say, I thought my body was nice looking. And she's gonna look at Naomi Campbell from the 90s and say, oh, that are around.
But look, listen. So to the point where they say, okay, you know what? We just need to get under the guidance and leadership of men. That you think that let's say they are mentally. You think it's to the point where they just like got to buckle and just come back to the table on their knees?
No, not at all. No, I don't think that at all about it. I don't think they should come back to the table on their knees. No.
Where has shaming worked?
Are you kidding me? Shaming works in the Jewish community. Shaming works in the Japanese community. Shaming works in the Chinese community. You don't see women in China.
Okay, so about the shaming piece, right? And I said this, and I think he's gonna say it too. Like, you start with the kids, right? I think that's the only way you could do it in the West. Honestly, I don't think there's any other way this would work. That shaming thing doesn't work when they're grown adults, right? So parenting, father, mother, all that, punishments, consequences, stuff like that. I think that's something what that could work with your daughters, sisters, or your nieces, whatever, family, whatever. But just shaming random kids, okay, fine, maybe teachers, whatever. Because in Africa, man, Africa don't fuck around. Teachers can whoop kids. I mean, you could basically do physical abuse to kids in the classroom. That's some real shit. That's some real shit. My parents used to tell me all about that shit. That shit's real. That shame shit in Africa, yeah, that's real. As a kid, yeah, you can do that shit. But of course, you can't do that in the West. Things are different here. But you can kind of, like I said, the counselors, the teachers, fathers, mothers, all that shit. I think you can do it that way, but they have to be kids. That's just my opinion. I think that's how it would work. But that's really not what SBE is about anyway, right? That's the point. Was shaming chicks online, trying to change them, right? That doesn't have to do with parenting and shit, right? You should be a parent, god damn it, right? So that doesn't even the SBE thing. If you stick to what it's supposed to be based on what they said. Trying to change chicks online. Okay, yeah, that doesn't even relate to that, right?
Listen. That shaming comes with consequences.
What are the consequences in Japan?
Are you in Japan? But women, they don't play that. You get to do whatever you want. They don't get to run off with their kids. They don't get to benefit from breaking up the family and shit. They don't have that.
You can't fuck up over there.
That's what I'm saying. They have consequences that come behind the shaming. They're not just talking.
There is shaming in the Japanese community. They know in the Japanese community that certain would you be. I like a meaty chick.
No, that's why I say you got to engage with the men in no time. The SBE economy is strong. Do you know that this woman, I forgot her name, we was talking about it earlier. She twerked her way to a Senate seat.
It has to be full scale at every level. Education has to be done in the schools. The teachers need to do it. That's where it needs to start first in the education field.
Yeah,
the
right.
Federal government,
I agree with schools.
or the Department of Education needs to somehow make this a policy. You're gonna have to start shaming in the secondary schools.
They're chaotic. Listen to me. They got drag queens.
No, I know they do. What I'm saying is that you're gonna have to usurp all that. Until that happens, it's not gonna work. It has to be full scale. It has to be in the education field. It has to be in the media. Yes, shaming needs to come back. Other than that, it's not gonna work. I agree with what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Trust me, I do. But what I'm saying is that for it to happen, it has to come back full scale at almost every facet of society. In the media, that's going back.
Yeah, but how do you convince? I don't know how you convince the West to do that shit. I don't see that working. And then I'm thinking, like, going through this stream, right? And I was in the chat chilling. I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, wouldn't the scenario just be, okay, travel to a place that has men in power more than the West, right? And then I'm thinking, go back to the travel passport bros, all that other shit. But then I'm like, okay, wait, we make fun of that too. Now, granted, once again, the people on the internet, you know, twerking it up with the plain emojis, they don't all travel and shit. But people in real life do. Some of them do, but it's not a lot of dudes who are going to do that. But I was thinking, wouldn't that be a solution then, right? But then, you know, in the Black YouTube space, niggas shame that shit. I'm like, goddamn. So what's the fucking solution, right?
Education, etc. Yes, even in the church, there was a time where women, I saw it when I was a kid, even in church growing up, older women, even if you sat the wrong way, an older woman would come by and say, "Oh, you want to sit like that? You get your legs open, you're a slut." See, those things don't happen anymore. I get what you're saying. Trust me, I do.
501c3 came through, and now government initiatives took over the church.
I get that. I know that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what we're really up against. Like, before we get to the shaming, you need to position yourself to where you can enforce some shit.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be done at the highest levels of society. It has to be done. You know who would be perfect to do it? Politicians. You know what I said about if I was a politician? I said I would make big billboards of myself, and especially in the Black community. And I would say only niggas litter. And I would make billboards that say something about women. Only whores walk around looking like that. See, you got to do it at a high level, man. I get what you're saying. Trust me.
Okay. That was so extreme. That was extreme. But this guy is convinced that he, like, even if he was able to do that, imagine all the drama and the recoil from that shit. That'd be crazy. You know, you probably get death threats and all types of shit. But like I said, when he was doing shit like this on the stream, like, the chat turned pro-black. I swear, man. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but the chat turned pro-black as fuck. I was like, whoa, you guys are united now? I was like, you niggas united. Oh, shit. All it took was the guy in the suit to provoke y'all. That shit was funny.
Dude, I get what you're saying. You're basically saying the common man. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. I remember a song came out, right? It was chicky.
Yeah.
Chicken. I'm talking about the whole hood bumping that shit. I'm talking about going crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it was bitch, you a chicken head. You ain't shit, but that's
niggatry.
They get offended like a motherfucker. Okay. All right. Look, I didn't know we had moved to the military.
They were at war, sir. I'm talking about the over.
There was nothing. It was straight smoke. It was knuckle dragging type shit.
Yeah.
You was
But the tragedy of what they did is they introduced technologies that may have been too early. I'm sorry, not too early. It may have been too early for them to get or receive this technology. So literally, our ancestors, who were nothing more than just hunters and gatherers, really up into the 1300s, they received guns. They had never had this technology before. So when you give a primitive people these weapons, they misuse it. Look at today. Come on for a second. Who commits the most gun violence just in the Western Hemisphere per racial group? It's the Black people. Could it be that a lot of Blacks are just goddamn? How many times online have you heard, "Man, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna shoot you"? You don't really hear that with whites.
Bullshit.
No, you okay? You hear it with whites? Okay, I'll take your word for it. You hear it with whites.
Nah, bro, come on, man. You don't go with the white side of the ministry, they go win.
Sir, they don't threaten to kill each other.
Yes, they do. Dude.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why is there more murders in the Black community than, sir, in America?
Who denied that?
Okay.
Don't come over here and do that shit, bro. You're on the wrong channel for that shit.
Hold on for a second. He was telling you about my theory. And
No,
what I'm telling you is that pretty much savages.
All right, but I don't want to go over the, you just go ahead and check it out. Shout out to Chaotic Truth. That guy's crazy as fuck. But I mean, I guess that's the power cooning that Big Game was talking about. If that's the cooning he's talking about, I'm watching from the front row seat. I want to see where he's gonna go with that shit. So shout out to Chaotic Truth. Shout out to Ty for doing that. That was funny. At least they entertained it. Shit, they could have not done it, but the chat turned pro-black as fuck. Niggas started shaming him. Then we found out that people weren't sure. He started roasting the Africans, and I'm like, niggas got confused. Like, oh, what do I do now? I can't shame him that he's a tether. That shit was funny. I have no idea. I think he's American. I don't know. I could be wrong. But not gonna lie, from my African spider sense, the dude does look African to me. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong on that. So anyway, that's the end of the Coon stream, man. Shout out to everyone who came in the chat. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. Like the video, share it, subscribe if you're new. I don't know when I'm going to do another one. Whenever there's some funny stuff to react to, I'll definitely do that. But I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, and have a good rest of your day. And yeah, just email me, and we'll get back to the Conan. So all right, peace out.
Thank you.